of that kind of experience. So I'm hopeful that this one will tickle a similar pickle. So I'm excited for this one. This is Verho, Curse of Faces. And we got a review key for this one through PR Hound. So shoutouts to Derek. Shoutouts to Derek over at PR Hound. He's our fucking man. He's the man with the plan. Starting a new game. Yes, please.
600 years ago, the world as we knew it ended in a matter of hours. People collapsed dead on the ground, unaware of what was happening.
You think those guys are dead? With their heads removed?
Some noticed that death occurred when two people met. Thus began the era of solitude.
Vaguely Diablo kind of
the era
voiceover.
of solitude lasted for nearly 300 years. Humanity somehow survived. To this day, no one knows how. After that, the world entered a new era. That was when the Maker appeared. A man who somehow uncovered the mystery behind the tragedy. It was, as he called it, the Curse of Faces.
Oh, it's the name of the game!
When one person saw another's face, both would die instantly.
Jesus, their heads just explode?
The Maker shared this knowledge with the remnants of humanity and crafted special masks, which became the defining symbol of the new age, the era of masks.
Interesting.
For this act, many saw him as a savior, some even as a deity, giving birth to the first religion of the new world. Though many records suggest that the Maker himself never wanted this. Over the years, people managed to determine one thing. Whatever caused the Curse of Faces originated in Yariv, a small nation surrounded by mountain ranges in the heart of the old world. Since then, many have ventured into Yariv. Scholars, thieves, mercenaries. Yet none ever returned. And you as well have decided to cross the borders into the accursed kingdom. For reasons known only to yourself. Before you knew it, an unnatural mist enveloped you. The mist thickened, and you felt your strength draining away. Until all you saw was a black abyss.
Look at that. We haven't even started the game. We already got a game over. We gotta get good. Yeah, that voiceover very Diablo-esque. I was expecting him to talk about the War of the Haradrim. These are referred to as the Sin Wars. Here we go. Getting things going. Aaron asks about the new trailer. I haven't seen the trailer, but I saw what it included, and that it includes our boy Artorias. So yeah, I when I saw that, I was like, I want to send this to Aaron, but he's probably already aware. He's probably already acutely aware. Alright, do I have any spells right now? No, I do not. I have block. That's my block right there. Can I mod the game so that blocking raises the middle finger? When it's just your hand, that is. Like when you block, there's like a... You do like a very tiny back step. You can punch. You can also hold punch. Alright. Well, in the cutscene we had a sword. Also, I suppose I can't run. Because shift does nothing. Alright. Now, I'm guessing that was a voiceover that you guys didn't hear. Because, yeah, I'm guessing there's... Because I can't hear a voiceover over. I'm guessing you guys can't hear it either. But we, of course, did in the intro cutscene. At least the essentials, okay. Thank you, mysterious voice. Oh, now I can move a little bit faster. I think there. Yeah, you can hold Alt to walk, but now by default we're schmoving. You know what? That would be a good thing to change the keybind to. So Shift doesn't have a button right now. Normally in games like this, like I don't really ever want to move slow. Normally we want to, would rather be moving fast when the situation calls for it. But it's entirely possible there might be monsters that maybe can hear you, and maybe you want to move quietly to approach. Hard to say. Same thing with crouching, I suppose. Ooh, it's a crouch toggle, not a crouch holder. I'm more of a crouch holder kind of guy. Ooh, butt plug in the distance, hell yeah. Well, it's a little bit of a pointy butt plug, but still. Ooh, what's this? What's this now? A portal to the nether realms? Do I get to name myself? Recall it and carve it into stone. Alright. Alright. Not just any old stone, but this thing right here. There's all these other names. Seeing a little bit of screen tearing. You guys seen that? Yeah, a little bit of screen tearing. So normally I don't like to do this, but I will actually turn this unlimited and turn VSync on. That's definitely better. It's still a little scrungy, but it's better. Okay. Touch. I touch. E? What is your name? Weird that it was saying F, but the button is actually E. That's my name. You remember. Have I passed the test? Turn around. But don't look back. You'll reach Yariv. Alright. If I look back, will I be turned into a pillar of stone? We have got salad fingers hand. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I got them salad finger hands. And already this looks different. Alright, I'm gonna turn back. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh! I was thinking maybe like it would have disappeared or something. Yeah, that was kind of strange how it prompted me for the button F. But it was actually E. Yes, I guess the prompts don't change when you change the keybinds. A little bit unfortunate. Here we go. I get to prove my worth with some platforming. I wouldn't expect this game to be a very platforming-centric kind of game. I don't assume that, you know, Kingsfield is the inspiration for a lot of games like this. I'm assuming Kingsfield didn't have much for platforming, if any at all. We have to wear masks because if you gaze upon someone else's visage, you explode on death. Or explode and die. Why'd I say on death? You die instantly, and so do they. Must remember. Alright, so do we get is this like choosing a class or a role maybe? Inquisitor. Cleanse these plagued lands. So yeah, I think we're choosing a class of sorts. That's like a crusader. Okay. Is that really you? So we get to see what they're about. So, big intelligence. Not sure what force. I mean, I can guess what things like resistance mean, because constitution, dexterity. Moon powder. Moon powder? I mean, listen, I played a lot of Morrowind. I remember moon sugar. What else we got? Beard fella. Brawler. The distant north to find a worthy opponent. I desire a death worthy of a true warrior from the north. Is that really you? So they are lower level. Big constitution and shitty everything else. Of course, like, you know, good resistance, but just a tank. A masculine-ass, manly-ass tank that can't do dick all. Sorcerer. Ooh, spellcasting is always fun. Now, sometimes spellcasting for a game like this is hard mode. So I probably wouldn't use a spellcaster for, like, my first attempt in this game. Alright, so intelligence is spellcasting, obviously. I was expecting force. Maybe force is, like, magical resistance. I mean, there's resistance, which I'm assuming is probably physical. Yeah, dog shit with everything else. Some very much, like, some min-maxing for sure. And not a lot of, like, generalized builds other than the Crusader we've seen so far. Scholar, huh? Is there a gentleman class? Starting spells. Alright, so separate from the mage we just looked at. That one was high intelligence, and that was basically it. This one is pretty good intelligence, high force. I would have expected them to be opposite. But there we go. But yeah, pretty similar kind of idea. And also very min-maxy. A proud knight. First line of Yariv, alright. And big strength. Pretty good constitution, some dexterity. Not a whole lot of else going on. Some resistance. A little bit closer to something somewhat balanced. Here's a thief. Took a bad job. Now the Maker's Order is after my head. It's the only place that they'll not follow me, he says. Good dexterity. A couple odds and ends in a couple other places. Got some throwing daggers. It's pretty cool. One at the end. Is just like truly balanced. Fair and balanced. No, it's just dog shit. It's just terrible. But I'm guessing that's like hard mode, basically. The Crusader one looks fairly solid. Like, I like that none of them are just one. Like, they're okay at a lot of things and excel at a couple things as well. That's pretty cool. I'm thinking either that one or the thief. What was this one's again? Oh, didn't mean to punch him. Yeah, probably not this one. Probably not this one. Yeah, I'm thinking either that or the thief. Does anyone have any preferences? Which one do you think would be the most interesting? This one has a couple of ones. But I'm thinking that the reason they have this one first, well, obviously, not necessarily first per se, but I think most people would gravitate towards the top left or the front left first for the thing to check first. I'm thinking this probably is more meant for new players. It's like a generalized build. So, yeah, Inquisitor. Let's go for it. Important step. Turn around again and don't look back. Right, we've heard that before. I can't put on another mask. I can't put a mask on top of a mask. Satisfying noises. Ooh. Alright. You must fight. You learned on the other side. Is that what this is? Is this the other side? You can move and block at the same time. Cool purple sword. So, attack, and then charge attack. And the charge meter. Yeah, I see. So it's not a stamina meter, at least we don't have a stamina meter yet. I lower that sound effect a little bit. Oh. Ah. There we go. You get experience for breaking down a door. You get experience for killing anything that includes shit like this. That makes me happy. That a little bit more. 45. Sheathe the weapon, and you'll run faster. That's pretty cool. How much faster are we talking? Yeah, it's noticeable, reasonable even. You know, when I was talking about... Ooh, here we go. It's this fellow. When I was talking about Devil's Spire, that game was very much a roguelike. And you're expected to die, and when you die, you start back at the beginning. This one, I think, will be something closer to a Soulsborne-esque experience, where, yeah, it's not like... I mean, maybe there's some procedural generation. But if I had to guess, there will probably be more focus on, like, getting good and... dealing with combat situations, building up your guy, and exploring the lands, and for sure doing some dungeon crawling. I'm guessing that since I don't have a shield, my block is probably not very good. Also, confirm that doing small hits, small little baby hits, does not get you much. But a charge attack is much more efficient. So there you go. So big guy, I mean, not exactly a... What was the name of the first boss in Dark Souls 1? The, something, whatever that thing was called. Oh, I got something. Not exactly the level of, like, fuck you challenge, relative challenge that boss had. Pass through these doors, there will be no return from here. There isn't one anyway. Alright, well, we have presumably passed the tutorial. We're walking into the light. Though sometimes they tell us not to, we went into the light, and there we go. Yeah, the Asylum Demon, yeah. Yeah, the Asylum Demon in Dark Souls, you know, for a lot of us was like a splash of cold water in the face that says like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. That's what this game is all about. And you go like, damn, this is like the tutorial boss? What the fuck? Like, well, I mean, maybe there are pro gamers out there that never died to him, but like a lot of us, that was like a wake-up call for sure. And of course, the game only gets harder from there, obviously. Alright, so we do have an inventory. Nothing on my person right now, so it would seem. I got my fists and my... No, I got my fist and my fists. Oldest weapon known to humanity. Can I have 2 fists? Can indeed have 2 fists. I'm guessing the idea behind having just 1 fist is you could probably cast spells with the other one. If with only having one fist equipped. Yeah, set 1 versus set 2. Speaking of spells, got nothing. Consumables, I got moon powder, moon sugar. Applies dark damage to weapons. Okay. Good to know, which I'm guessing means like yeah, there's like certain enemies that are weak to certain damage types. Items, materials, of course I got nothing. I got a little bit of experience from my time in the afterlife and purgatory, whatever that was. Go ahead and lower a few more things. Lower that. Yeah, lower the footsteps. I would lower the dialogue a little bit too, if I had to guess. Just lower a bunch of things. Rotten Valley. Rotten to its core, presumably. Can I, like, read? Control to crouch, right? Yes, I'm quite aware. Curious if the sign had anything on it. Just go down this way. And barely squeak through. The fella. Some barrels and a broken sword. Alright. So I'll say broken sword. I mean, we were talking about Dark Souls 1. Of course, yes, the broken sword hilt is like one of the first, I guess, probably the first thing you get in that game. Alright, so it is equipped. Yes, empty and broken. There we go. Yeah, good. I'm guessing you probably can't two-hand it, can you? Can you two-hand something like this? You can switch to set 2, although it's not clear how to... So, oh, here we go. Q switches it up. Yeah, like left hand is empty. Yeah. Can I do fist left hand? It works that way? Yeah. Let's roll this. And these are all, I'm guessing, things this guy has killed. These things that are presumed dead. Come on, bud.
Hey, you. Stop. Who are you?
What's up, Silverant?
Why'd you come here?
Good to see you, bud. We're just now starting Verho, Curse of Faces.
You're probably not very bright if you came here willingly. Trust me. Go back where you came from, while you still can. What are you saying? The passage to the valley collapsed?
That is what I'm saying.
Looks like we have a problem. Here's the plan.
Silverant played the demo a while back.
Follow this path till you hit a big lake full of poison. Nearby, you'll find someone named Loren.
What'd you think of the demo?
Tell him what happened. He'll give you your next move.
As you may or may not be aware, the game just came out yesterday.
I see you're unarmed. One of my swords broke at Biter Ridge. If you don't mind digging through corpses, it's yours.
He's saying I'm unarmed. I mean, I have a broken sword. It's better than nothing.
No.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there, bud. Is he one-armed? A one-armed fella? I heard some voices, or some noises. But anyway. I mean, I have something. I'm not completely unarmed. Just mostly unarmed. Say save point. Activate. Oh, it's a statue of the Maker. Yes, we've heard about you. I can rest, or I can travel, or I can level up. Or I can save. There you go. I do see there's like a little meter down there, so if I rest... In the top left, there's a meter that's like kind of full. That actually might be the experience meter now that I think about it. Might be the XP meter. It's kind of ugly. Yes, it absolutely is. Yeah, nobody plays a game like this expecting pretty graphics. But that's kind of the point, I think, is to be a callback or a throwback to a simpler time. Fucking one-shot his ass, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Pick up Energy Blast. Alright, I'll bite. What is Energy Blast? It is a spell, perhaps? Perchance? Rolls it at their foe. Right, can I have it equipped? There we go. So now... what do I do? Middle mouse click? There we go, I hit him. I've injured the biter. Now the question is, do I replenish mana automatically over time? The answer might be no. Pile of healing. Random, but alright. The answer might be no. Actually, yes. Yeah, I do want to check settings real quick. Items. I gotta be aware of that. They're going fairly easy on us as far as like the start, you know, the kinds of dudes they're having us fight right from the get-go. I'm sure there's a lot more where this came from. Thinking maybe if I like hit the ladder and like summon it back down. I don't think it works that way. We'll probably have to go around and, much like in Dark Souls and other similar games, reach that ladder and like kick it down to open that shortcut up. Backstab. Bop. We one-shot them, and they drop gold inexplicably. Not that I'm complaining. Experience and gold. What I don't know is if the bad guys will respawn when you rest, similar to Soulsborne games. Hard to say. Guys, so look for the Poison Lake and look for a homie. That might be able to give us more intel, and also keep an eye out for one of this guy's old swords he no longer needs. That's not an injured biter, that's a rotten biter. The goldies. I do like the look. This feels like, yeah, some kind of like old dungeon crawling kind of experience. Kill 10 enemies without taking damage. Achievement unlocked. Hell yes. Yeah, it feels like some old school dungeon exploring kind of goodness. I love this kind of vibe in a game like this. You know, like a cursed, rotten ass forest that is like well past its prime. Love that in a game like this. You know, one of my favorite things about Diablo 1 especially is just the general setting and the vibe of Tristram in the first couple areas of that game. How it's like, you know, just a little village that, like, when times were good, things were like chill and nice. Like, not like a bustling metropolis, not like a huge city, but they were doing okay. And then things got fucky, and they stayed fucky. So I'm trying to look for secrets because it's kind of implied that there are definitely secrets to be found in this game. Yeah, just that aesthetic of like a village in a forest that is like not overtly just like has like pits of hell spewing everywhere, but there's clearly like something amiss and things are fucked and things are weird. Yarth Leaf. I like games that remind me of that. That remind me of that kind of vibe of like, and also inexplicably kind of reminds me of this time of year where the trees are starting to go barren. Everything's kind of cold and gray and dead and sad. I love it. I fucking love it, man. I've talked about how my growing up, I have very, very strong and prominent memories of going to visit my grandparents out in like Carbondale, Illinois. And oh, thank you for that resub, Adam. That's super nice, man. I'll finish the story real quick, but then we'll chat with Adam more. Yeah, going to visit my grandparents who like lived kind of in the middle of nowhere, kind of like south of Carbondale, like really, really out there, very rural. Not really any major towns around, and it's like a 3-hour drive to get there, and you go through a lot of, I mean, obviously a lot of interstate, but after a certain point, you're on state highways that, you know, have no markings, no street lights, nothing. So it's always just super dark. And you know, you pass through all these wooded areas, and of course, as a kid, as an impressionable youth, we would drive through these heavily forested areas, lots of trees, lots of woods, and it would kind of creep me out, right? It would scare me a little bit, strange as that may be to say, but like it was kind of creepy and spooky, you know, you're kind of on your own, and it was very much a vibe. And now that's the kind of horror and like spooky stuff that I respond to most. It's like the kind of thing I enjoy the most when it comes to like this kind of desolate landscape. The movie The Witch is my favorite horror movie, if not just because of how it evokes that same kind of vibe. I love it. Anyway, Adam, thank you for that resub. That's really sweet of you, buddy. That is 66 months, which is really close to a really fun, nice number. We're playing a really cool little game, and I'm liking it so far. This game just came out yesterday. It's called Verho, Curse of Faces, and I'm liking it so far. We're off to a strong start. Right now, we're just killing some buddy boys, but soon there will be some other boys. That's right, that's right. There's a thing up there. I'm gonna get it. A potion. I will claim it. There it is. There we go. The goods. So ladder going up. I bet this will probably open up the shortcut. If I can see what I think it's going to be up here. There's also a fella, and he's probably nice. I probably don't have to worry about it. Probably don't got to worry. It says 1 more month until the worst number. Oh, you're right. You're right. I keep forgetting the 6-7 thing is a thing. You know, if I worked with kids, like if I was a school teacher, I probably would be unable to forget it as much as I would like to. Don't worry though, don't worry. The nice thing is that that meme will like go the way of the dodo fairly soon, because memes like that rarely have significant staying power. The wifey says, "Ah, you're in Vegas." That's right, you are in Vegas, and it's your birthday trip. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday, my mans. Mans is out here resubscribing to me on his birthday. It's like, bro, I'm supposed to do something nice for you, and you're doing something nice to me. But thank you, man. It's good to see you. For those who don't know, Adam is the DM for our D&D games, our Dungeons and Dragons games, and also, you know, the multitude of games we've played over the years, including Shadowrun and Cyberpunk Red. Also, we got Meerkat. That's what's up, Meerkat. You're not around control all the time. You're right. I never hear the 6-7 thing, and it's I prefer it that way. I prefer it that way. So watch your step around here.
Source is suicide.
I need a light source. It's probably played out. Yeah, that's what I feel too. Like by the time the olds hear about it, it's reached critical mass, and it is not long for this world. So I'm okay with that.
However, there are incredible treasures in there that you'd surely want to get your hands on. I won't stop you from trying. Besides, if you die in there, everything in your pockets belongs to me. A wonderful treat indeed.
A wonderful treat indeed.
In any position to object, though.
Yeah. Now, can I break the barrels that are next to you without hitting you? Strong barrels. It's like I don't want to hit this guy. Because I'm gonna assume this is like Dark Souls rules where like NPCs can be fucked with, and if you fuck with them, it might not be good. Might not be a good time for you. Yes, if I pop in real quick, oh, it gets dark. Yep. Oh, not only does it get dark, but the dudes instantly seek you out. Ghost of Bat. I'm gonna go ahead and finish him off. Finish him. Now, where that bat was holding 5 gold, your guess is as good as mine. Where that dude was holding the gold, I don't want to think about it. Rather not think about it. Oop. There we go. Haven't streamed the game. Right, yeah, and honestly, I've enjoyed streaming the games, like our D&D games and Shadowrun and Pathfinder. I've enjoyed that. But I'm also fine with just like keeping it chill and in person. The in-person gatherings are always fun. I was telling Grace that's like for me part of the joy of our games is just hanging out with the homies, just hanging out with the homies, and because you know, I mean, Adam I don't get to see very often. Don't get to see Jeremy very often, and of course, Ren and James are both cool as hell. And I like to think that you know we've all. I've gotten to know them pretty well over the years now, or months, years. I guess that has been years now. So no, I'm fine with keeping it the way it is. It's totally good. If Ted Cruz uses it, yeah. Well, Yeah, that's like any sort of like prominent politician, but that's a good example of somebody where, yeah, if they try to use something like that and try to make it seem fun and cool, the coolness factor will somehow get even lessened, if that was even possible. This one is locked from that side. All right, well, only 2 directions. I know the dude said to look for a poison lake. And if that's not the most Dark Souls Miyazaki sounding shit you've ever heard. No, it's not a poison swamp. Well, I mean, maybe it is. I guess we'll see it when the time comes. Oh, the time might be about to come. There's some shit, all right. Poison lake, all right. All right, it has come true. All right, so I do have a block button. It's weird that this is block. Doesn't look like it's much of a block. Bonk. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. Stop that. It's him firing a projectile. All right, I'm going for it. Bonk. Level up. All right, I think it says you can only level up at the stations, at those little shrines. Well, yep, this looks like poison. All right, like a big old poison something or another. Thing. There's a thing in the poison. You seen that shit? Something in there. Where's those guys are still wandering about? I'll go ahead and pop this guy real quick. So, like, I appreciate how their attacks are like pretty slow. I suspect that will not always be the case. I suspect there'll be instances where a dude is a lot faster than that. So the game is going easy on us for now. But I think I know better than to expect that to last super, super long. Oop. Do I need to be closer? Oop. There we go. So we emerged from here. Yeah. So we got a couple options. The person we're looking for, and I don't think it was the person up top. I think this is the person we're looking for is elsewhere, but near here. The guy said once you reach the poison swamp, you'll know you've nearly reached this compadre. Got him. I think he also said keep an eye out for an old sword that he no longer needs, that we're free to use if we can find it. Also in the vicinity. Vial of healing, very nice. I'm getting lots of healing supplies, and so far no needs for them. Caverns that way, nameless village, morning forest. But, oh, Jesus, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Didn't even notice you. I was admiring how it's morning forest, but not like morning like good morning to you, but mourning at a funeral sort of mourning. Definitely something over there. This structure right here catches my eye. Now they do have a level up station and a rest station. You're probably the guy we're looking for, aren't you? If I had to guess. Also, I'm trying to take this as an opportunity to look for secrets. Sometimes there are things slightly out of sight, or at least just well placed in this game. How's it going?
I haven't seen you before. I'm Loran of Haravel. Are you new to Yarev? Namir sent you. You're supposed to tell me that the passage collapsed and that we're trapped. Fool. No, sorry, I didn't mean you. Namir, that joker made a mockery of this. You see, the collapse of the pass isn't something only you've witnessed here. Each of us has seen it. You can enter this cursed land, but you'll never leave it.
Ah, interesting. And it's like your own... You see that collapse every time you enter.
The cruel
or like
reality
when
of
someone
Yarev.
enters.
There used to be a great climber here named Yura. He tried to climb the boulders blocking the exit, and he actually succeeded, but his triumph was short-lived. As soon as he glimpsed the outside world, a mighty lightning bolt struck him down.
Oh, fuck.
Yura was dragged back to Yarev, now nothing more than charred remains. You've likely felt weaker since crossing the pass, and you don't know what happened to most of your equipment. I'll tell you more. You probably don't remember how you crossed the pass. Don't worry, that's normal. It's likely another part of the curse that controls this land.
You're probably also wondering what color of underwear you're wearing. And why you don't recognize that tattoo of a heart with the word grandma strewn across it on your left ass cheek.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. It's not that bad. If you head through the door behind me, you'll reach the nameless village. It's the only place here that offers any real safety. You'd be wise to get there quickly. And beware the crystal mites.
Might I beware of them? Like a muffled voice, that would be kind of fun. I do appreciate when games do that. I mean, it's less, it's less, you know, helpful sometimes when someone's hard to hear like that, but it is more funny and also, I guess, more realistic. Right, so if I rest, does that respawn the dudes? Also level up. And then you can level individual things. 3 learning points, all right. So I would say strength for sure. And then let's say constitution. The mana stays where it is. Did I say that? Maybe, let's see, what's is force mana? Yeah, more mana might not be a shabby idea, honestly. Looks like you do, and just by virtue of leveling, your health does go up a little bit. Oh no, it goes up because of your strength, which is interesting, and your constitution, but the constitution has a more pronounced effect. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we'll do a little bit more mana. I probably won't go super hard into mana. And you can travel back to the beginning of the Rotten Valley, which is nice. So fast traveling is an option. That's pretty cool. That takes us, I guess that's the one that takes us to the Nameless Village. It did respawn the dudes. It did respawn the dudes. We got a shield now. Yes, yes. I thought I saw there was there's a thing amongst the poison. Amongst the poisono. Is there a thing I can, like, land upon? I thought I saw something. Oh, you know. A rune. The poison rune. Not gonna fish it out, so if you can grab it, it's yours. We can do so and not immediately die. Oh, here we go. So I see what's happening. It's going up and down. There we go. We got that shit. So I thought that I'd seen something, but it's oscillating kind of back and forth. All right, so what do we got? So weapons. Not enough strength to wield the broken shield. Or the wooden shield, rather. Which is unfortunate. Requires 15, and we're at 12. So next time we level, we're going to go all in on strength. All in. The shield would be nice. Damage negation. Of course, the guard would be nice, too. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And it's not like... negate some damage when equipped. Right. Is there durability? Charge time, reach... No, I don't think there's durability. Okay. Yeah, and it's not like that's the strength requirement to, like, dual wield it. That's just, yeah, just to equip it as is. But still, we got it. I am gonna break that barrel. Gonna do it. What I might do is break it from afar. If I can, I might not be able to reach it from here. Let's kill these guys first. And see what's in that guy. Hey, what's up, Poobah? Good to see you, buddy. We got Ty in the house. He says, this thing's out of durability. Well, it is a broken sword. Broken, like, sword hilt kind of deal. I was more thinking just in general if weapons had durability. What this? Stalker's Nest. High danger. Don't enter if you want to live. That's the guy that was advising us earlier. Can I go in now? I cannot. I couldn't go in if I wanted to. Okay, well, I broke it. Was there anything in there? As it does raise and lower slightly. I don't see anything. I'm gonna, like, take a look. Ouch. Oh, it's instant death? Oh, damn. Instant death. I was thinking, all right, I can take a little bit of damage. That's fine. I'll just go back and heal. Instant murdification. Get fucking turned into a skeleton instantly. Don't I feel silly? But now we know. Now we know. Some of those guys have ranged attacks? Yes. Yes. Yeah, the purple guys do for sure. The purple guys do for sure. The standard fellers don't seem to, though. Fuck. Yeah, these guys do. But the ranged attack takes a second to kind of charge up, so generally speaking, you can kind of get in front of that, which is nice. it's nice that, you know, whenever you rest in true Dark Soulsian fashion, that shortcut back, in true Dark Soulsian fashion, whenever you rest at the bonfire or rest at the altar, the shrine, whatever you want to call it, it does respawn the bad guys. So if you needed to grind for health or for money or for experience, it strikes me as a game where you probably don't need or aren't expected to grind. Throwing dagger's nice. But if it ever comes up, you know, it's an option for those who choose to do that kind of delving. Deep, delicious delving. Well, I now know firsthand that the poison is not just like a little bit of like, oh, ouch, pee pee poo poo, like it hurts a little bit poison, but it's like, oh god, it'll fucking instantly murder your entire shit kind of poison. Like, that's probably okay, right? Bah, yeah, that's fine. Like, it's pretty shallow here, it's probably fine. But yeah, you fall in that shit, it's not like, oh, I'm like gonna take a little bit of damage over time. Oh no, I'm poisoned. Status effect. Oh, how sad. You're fucking melted down to a skeleton in seconds. Shiny something or another over there. A treasure chest. Or Yarth leaf. We found 2 treasure chests, and Yarth leaves have been in both of them. Is it a material? We found some tiny rev stones. Can upgrade normal weapons. That's pretty cool. Is it a consumable? It is a consumable. Reduces poison buildup. So there is such thing as poison buildup in this game. It's not here. That's not what this is. Alright, same kind of thing there. I'm going to break this from afar. And if I don't see anything... Okay, I see one little piece of gold. Whoa! I was gonna say, I felt myself not land solidly. I was like, uh-oh. That's not good. Alright, and I can speedrun the other things. Also, it occurs to me I never actually checked to see what that spell is. This one that I was... Like, that thing that is the most dangerous things, allegedly, that we've seen so far. I keep getting that effortlessly, and then I keep dying to other stupid shit, these poison drops. See, now the stubbornness is setting in. And I have this desire to do these things that are forbidden. These ill-advised things that I should know better than to attempt. And both. Oh, that's a tiny rev stone, okay. Yeah, the projectile takes a long time to charge up. I'm sure that there are going to be enemies in this game that are not quite so telegraphy with their attacks, that I'll have to get good in knowing how to deal with them, and how to deal with them and how to handle them properly. I know it's coming. Earlier was a bag, now it's a single coin. So the rewards might not be predetermined. So in that case, which could mean that that barrel might have nothing in it at all. At all, even. Also take a look. And take a drink of... Oh, wait, maybe not. One single gold coin, boop, and we are set. Alright, I'll go and grab that other thingy over here. Grab it. And I'm gonna guess this is probably what that other guy was referring to, and he recommended we check this area out. Oh, well, actually, it might be something different. It's a torch. We have a light source now. Can I dual wield? Yes, I can. Can I attack with it? I can, like, hold it out. Oh, let's hold... Oh, wait, that's block, isn't it? I think right-click is block. Yes. So there might not be, like, a traditional dual wield, so to speak. So, yeah, could I... What if I said... Move that guy and just have... Oh, oh, just the torch. Without the broken sword. Fist, and torch. Alright, so even then, even though it goes into the offhand. kind of what I figured. That's kind of what I figured. So, broken sword torch. Will help to see. This is an area we've been to already. I'm fairly sure. Yes, it is. Now, speaking of, like, weapon durability. Got a level, by the way. Speaking of weapon durability, I'm assuming that the torch also doesn't have, like, a durability. Kind of. Yeah, it even says offhand down at the bottom. Yeah, kind of like how the weapons don't have a durability. I'm guessing the torch... I mean, maybe it's the only torch you'll find in the game. Hard to say. But I'm hoping this is... Is this something we don't have to babysit necessarily? This is to go into the dark areas. It'd be nice. Oddly enough, the barrel's reconstituted after you rest. That was unexpected. Not a bad thing, because again, you want to like go through and like milk areas for their resources. I'm guessing that the treasure chests do not repopulate upon resting, though. I think I will go back to that poison area one more time just to make sure there was nothing else I missed. And I'll go ahead and level up. Give myself the strength I need for the shield. Time to milk some areas. That's right, baby. That's right. Okay, also knows I'm a big milker. A milking enjoyer, what can I say? There's like an invisible wall that's preventing me from climbing up on these. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay, let's go. Okay, maybe he'll leave me alone. There's a shiny, though, is the problem. How dost thou acquire the shiny? And it's not like I can kind of just mash the button and hope for the best. Clearly, there's like an area behind there we'll have to come around to. So we'll come around. When I come around. Gotta blow up the rocks? Possibly. Possibly. Do a quick looky-loo. I don't suppose it has like a health bar. These guys, for instance. I'm thinking either climb up them. Yeah, the noise it makes isn't like overly exciting. So we'll keep an eye out to see if there's like things like dynamite or explosives in this game. They might be a little bit blow upable. Either climbable from the other side or blow upable. Blow upable would explain why there's kind of like a implied invisible wall that prevents you from jumping up onto it. I can definitely feel it. Trying to give me the munch, are you? Is that what you're doing? Then what's over this way? Don't think I actually explored this area. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Is this where we first came from? It looks pretty similar where we just came from, but actually no, it is different. Because yeah, the stuff here I definitely would have gotten and dealt with the first time. Ghost of Bat. Oh, he's still alive. Right. And it explodes. Bats are known to do in this video game, in some video games. So we definitely didn't have bats when we came through here the first time, so this is something else entirely. A little bit of damage. That guy gave me something special. Oh. Can I finish him? Finish him. Oh, shit. It's an axe. Bonk. A little bit of damage. Those guys it's easy for them to hit you. These guys it's easy to avoid, but the flying fellers, kind of a different story. Hand axe. Interesting. You say this is a hand axe, and yet you clearly use it to attack the torso and head of your adversaries. So we need more dexterity. Of all things, to wield an axe, you need dexterity. More dexterity than strength, which is kind of curious. When I think of barbarians from the north, I don't think of dexterousness. But good to know. So strength for sure, so we can get that shield, but also potentially dexterity so we can get that cool ass axe. I'm sure there will be other weapons like that that'll have a pretty steep dex requirement, and not just strength. Presumably there's probably also going to be ranged weapons. When that happens, that'll obviously be a dexterity kind of deal as well. The dark area to explore for sure. The guy said they recommend we go to that nameless village pretty soon. Here's another instance for traveling. No map, at least not yet. No map yet. Ranged weapons in a Kingsfield-esque experience. Well, I mean, we had fall damage. Yep. We did have some quite a few ranged weapon options in Devil's Spire. Now, granted, the only class that we saw in the intro sequence that kind of maybe would have included ranged weapon shenanigans would have been the thief class, because he, of course, was all about dexterity. But don't know for sure. Don't know for sure. Then what's this? Is this another shortcut that leads back to the main area? Oh, not from that side. Gotta be the other side. Something on the ledge there that caught my eye. Any secrets back here? Probably not. Let it be known, I have a lot of healing items, and I'm stubbornly refusing to use any of them. And I have from what I can tell, an abundance of healing items, and like, I can go back to the shrines if need be. Spark. Is that a new spell? Speaking of which, I should look at the other spell I got. Toxic Blast. Pretty big int requirement. Spark. Which does quite a bit more damage. It's a quicker cast time, and it costs quite a bit more mana. So it's more than twice the damage, and less than twice the mana cost. So for sure that one, I'll have that one on fleek as well. And then if I wanted to, is it Q? No, Q is to switch your loadouts. Is it T? That's holster. How do you switch spells? Oh, 3. Because we have no other items to speak of. We do have spells. Cool. Can do there's a little bit of, okay, I was gonna say, there's a bit of platforming we could potentially do. Ooh, I'm glad I did. It led us to Cavern Key. Arr. Yeah, I've never played Kingsfield, even though I enjoy a lot of games that were inspired by Kingsfield. Yet to play the actual guy. Play the actual fella. Am I hitting an invisible wall? Yes, I'm hitting an invisible wall. Invisible ceiling, even. But yeah, I'm assuming, though, that Kingsfield didn't have much for platforming. Ooh, if any. I mean, not a whole lot of that to be found. Oh, wait, hold on. It said something. Something. What was it? Hold on. Small ancient rock? Where? Oh, here we go. Small ancient rock. That was very well hidden. What the shit? Not at all what I expected. Not at all. I feel like I've proved my point when it comes to milking this area dry. Again, we're milking lots of areas. Already broke those, yeah. This ruinous area has been slurped. Yep. Vial of Magicka. So back to the caverns. We have the key for now. Village and the Morning Forest. And now we've ended up back here. Wait. Now wait a goddamn second. So hold on. If we've wound up back here, that's odd. Because isn't that the direction we would have first taken? Oh, maybe it was this area. Okay, because in my mind it's like, that looks nothing like where we first came from. Unless this is a different poison swamp, but I'm pretty sure it's the same one. Yeah, it's gotta be. Okay, here's where we first came from, okay. I will say a map would be nifty. A map would be nifty. It's pretty easy to get turned around. game. That's weird though, because that area, I don't remember it being open. Either this game is playing tricks on me or I'm playing tricks on myself.
Be careful here. Yarev is a dangerous place. I recommend staying away from the cavern to the left. It's known to be a stalker's nest, and there are rumors that a predator lurks
A
there.
predator, you say?
Argon lost his torch recently in this valley. That's enough talk.
Got it. I got the torch. I'm good. All right, so let's level up. So we'll say, oh, I need 15 strength. And then what was it? I think it was. Yeah. So let's say. Can I hold off for a second? Yeah, let's hold off for a second. I think it was 10 for the axe. It is 10. The damage is a lot better. Reach is better. Charge time's a little bit longer. Guard is worse. Backstep is more. Thrust is better. Yeah, I mean, it's just generally better. So we can definitely get the dex required. And then the rest I'll put into strength so I can start to get close towards that shield. So 10 and 10, that's pretty good, honestly. Hand axe, bam. And still the torch, because it is one-handed. Out of curiosity, if I travel back to the Rotten Valley. Oh, yeah, that one. Yes. The Rotten Valley, in the Rotten Valley. So, I'm curious, where did you say that sword, that weapon was?
You're back. So as you probably figured out, we're stuck here. Look, no hard feelings. Take this, and we're even.
Oh, maybe he, like, the whatever path I followed, there was not actually a thing to be found. I was just exploring and fucking around, but yeah, clearly I stumbled into something that was meant to be dangerous. They give me a mask shard.
In case you find yourself backed into a corner, crush the mask shard I gave you. Then you'll see it's not just some trinket.
Interesting. Is that a consumable? Here in the fabric of reality sends you back to the last mat. Okay, so it's the homeward bone basically. Some of the other things I found: the leaf produces slow buildup and cures slow. Yarth. What was it? What was that? Was it a key item? A cavern key. Materials. Small ancient rocks. Yeah. Okay. So we could go into the spooky area. I kind of want to go to the Nameless Village first. That place is pretty chill. Relatively chill at least. And like, if there's, you know, merchants of the sort, you know, something along those lines, then we'll take. Oh, the guy's gone, by the way. I think that's it right here, though. An achievement. Yep. Yep, the achievement called out the Nameless Village. Doesn't look super pleasant just yet. This is more cavernous than anything. We got some fire bombs. That's a sign. That's a sign of something or some things. Sure enough, we got the crystal mites. They warned us of these. They might be a problem. Was not what they said, but it wasn't what they implied. But now we're able to one-shot them, sometimes at least. I'm not sure this is a game where crits are a thing. Or maybe I'm hitting a weak spot, I'm not sure, but somehow we're able to fuck him up. Or maybe I didn't do that first time I hit the guy. Maybe that wasn't a fully charged attack. It is a longer charge up than the other weapon. Crystal Mite. What about Crystal Mike? Just some guy that works at the hippie shop. Knows all about crystals to, you know, realign your chakras, that kind of thing. Crystals feel like especially this one right here, feels like if I break them, that'll like despawn a lich, like it's some kind of lich's phylactery. Ooh, Jesus. Like, gee, turn down that fog, good lord. The brightness on that fog. Oh, and now we're here. Alright, so if it's a village, surely it's full of nice people. We don't have to worry about defending ourselves from spooky bullshit. Frost powder. John Yariv lived to 100. Oh, I stole from the grave. It's true. I got an achievement for stealing from the grave. Whoops. Tommy gun, 113. I wonder if these are like people that supported the game in the, like the early access or something. Or if this was a Kickstarter game. Yeah, the underscore. Yeah, poison sorcery. Maybe like the first couple folks to like beat the game. Immortalized here. Anyway. Enough grave robbing for now. How's it going, fella?
Ah, another mask.
I'm like staring at his beard.
But not all faces are strangers, are they? There is no way back for you. The road behind you was swallowed long ago. Except one. But beware, you will not return the same.
Sounds thrilled.
Head north to the great city of Yariv, the capital.
The capital of Yariv is called Yariv.
Ruins of its castle, you may find what you seek.
That's probably the ultimate goal. That's probably like what our main task is going to be. Can't go through there. Oh, is that the guy? Yeah, it's the guy.
What do you think of our little refuge in the midst of all of this madness?
Yeah, same thing with him. I'm like staring at his torso. Eyes up here, buddy. Eyes up here. I'm looking at his boobs.
Most wandered into Yariv, chasing some hope of breaking the curse or finding a way out. I'll be setting off soon as well. There's someone out there I have to find.
Inner peace. That's right. His inner peace is his sense of belonging. His inner child, even. Now, let me guess. You're probably like a magic selling person.
New Geoff. Quite an intriguing place, isn't it? To think all this chaos traces back to the deeds of a single being centuries ago. If you believe the legend of Verho.
Verho.
Never heard of it. That is most intriguing. Perhaps we may come to a mutually beneficial arrangement. Do me a small favor. In return, I shall share with you the legend. What say you?
A quest, you say?
The favor is simple. Near the poison lake lies a curious mechanism. It is very old, almost ancient, likely crafted before the era of solitude. If my theory is correct, the key to the mechanism lies in the old iron seals scattered throughout Yarv. It just so happens I have one of those seals here. However, Crystal Cave and the Rotten Valley have grown far more dangerous recently, so I cannot test my theory myself. I believe these seals act as a key to activate the ancient mechanisms. You seem strong, at least above average. Go test my theory for me, and in return, I shall share the legend with you. Perhaps I'll even part with a few magic runes from my collection.
Yes, indeed.
Seal. And now, if you'll excuse me,
Is it a baby
I
seal?
must return to my studies. Ah, and my name is Esther. If you return having successfully tested my theory, I would be honored to know yours.
Alrighty. It's an ancient seal. Is it a key item? No, it is a rune. No, it is a material. No, it is a consumable. I was like, I want to like to look at it more. Is it not a key item? Is it a weapon? Huh. It's somewhere. It's somewhere in our inventory. Just trust me, bro. It's there.
Have you had a chance to examine? No.
I was thinking maybe we could like still buy stuff from him, but nope. He's not interested until we accomplish his thingy. The voices are kind of quiet in this game, so actually we'll raise up dialogue volume. It's a good thing they don't mind that I'm just looting their like random supply barrels. I'm gonna guess that this... Yeah, it does not break. Yeah. Now, bro, that doesn't look very comfortable. Also, that's like probably not good for your back, for your posture. Probably do a little something better for yourself.
Good. All you need a weapon. I can sell.
Good voice.
You will buy. I am you but simple.
Okay, there we go. Okay, let's just talk. I'm not talking.
Buy more. Then we talk.
Then we talk, motherfucker.
I am you but simple.
Okay. So let's trade weapons. Get them twin daggies. I would be able to wield them. They're pretty similar damage as the broken sword thingy. Great sword, of course, would be extremely fun and two-handed. And oh, I'm full of shit. We do not have the strength, the dexterity. As I saw, it was like the text was not red. Sure enough, they do have ranged weapons. Oddly enough, crossbow takes more strength than dexterity to wield. That being said, that's kind of historically accurate because I think loading and like pulling back the drawstring of a crossbow is hard as fuck. So yeah, it makes sense you would need to be like, you know, kind of buff to be able to deal with one of those things. Yeah, so I can use none of these, so I'll hold off for the time being. Now it says trade. Can I sell my old stuff? Guess not. What items do you have? Deals, fire bombs, arrows. Cool. Cool. You just gaze upon his works, ye mighty, and despair. Got them fire bombs. He's got a big fancy schmancy sword. I mean, that big fancy schmancy sword is what I'm most excited about. What the fuck is going on in here? What the shit? Are you... I mean, he's clearly not evil. Can I break your barrels? And steal your 9 gold? And also your 8 gold and your 9 gold. All right. Well, if I was unable to afford something by a measure of like 12 gold, I've came to the right place.
Greetings, small human.
Now, you call me a small human. Clearly, all of the other humans around here are equally sized, generally speaking.
I'm Parentius, smith of this village. If you bring me materials for a small payment, I can
Anyway, cool. So I do have materials. So,
I want to ask
a side quest? Alright.
I have a dream I seek to fulfill. To forge a rune blade.
He sounds just like a snake.
Of my race. The crowning jewel and pinnacle of that.
Anyway.
I believe I have the skills to reforge it. However, I'm missing rune steel. If you find me 6 pieces...
A rune steel, you got it.
I just wish to prove my craft.
You got it, bud.
Steel is very rare. But I...
Alright. Also, I do appreciate how he's got, like, a little, like, glove thing around the tip of his tail as he's working on the sword. It's kind of fun.
Welcome.
Okay, so now we got the side quest from him. Any cool weapons? Longsword, classic. I would not be able to use it yet. Actually, no, I would be able to use it now. I would be able to. And a badass looking hammer. Don't have the strength for that one. But I could use this one if I felt so inclined. Usually use a winch. Oh, for the crossbow thing? Yeah. Yeah, I believe that versus doing it by hand. I could go ahead and buy this. I do have plenty of gold. It's 100.5. So, yeah, so the charge time would be quicker. The guard would be a lot better, too. Scaling, dex scaling. So the one I have right now, it's more damage, longer charge time, worse reach, much worse guard. But of course, we'll eventually have a wooden shield to help with the guarding situation. I might save my money.
Welcome.
For now. Then reforge. So if I wanted to bring it up to a +1, it would take redstone. Okay, all right. I might come back for that. I might have come back for that. Already talked to you. That's the spell fella. the Spella fella. Leading up. More barrels to kill. We vanquish in one fell swoop. Barrels fear me. Fish fear me. Women fear me. Hold the temple up that way. I know we already know about the Rotten Valley, and we've seen glimmers of the Morning Forest. How you doing?
You hardly look battle ready. There's a small arena here with training dummies. You're welcome to use it. You'll need to grow stronger if you want to survive in this place. There's not much for me to do here, so if you'd like, I can give you some combat advice. Forgive me, I have not yet introduced myself. I am Argon. Now I'm just another condemned soul like everyone.
Alright, cool. Very good. I'm guessing there's really not armor in this game. Like stuff you can equip, like armor, that kind of thing. There's rings, and of course weapons. But yeah, that was the first thing that comes to mind. I see this guy's got like a suit of armor.
Keep in mind that blocking an attack doesn't stop the force behind it. Try not to block too many attacks in a row, especially if you're not using a shield. Don't forget to work on your resistance. The more you improve it, the less impact you'll feel when blocking hits.
Good to know.
Always attack only when you're ready. If you strike even a second too soon, you won't deal half
the fully charged attack, right.
If you start swinging wildly, you'll just waste good attacks, tire yourself out, and end up dead. What you already know is obvious. Now let me tell you something more interesting.
What's something more interesting?
When you prepare to attack, aim to strike the exact moment you feel ready. If your timing is good, you'll deal more damage than with a normal attack.
Oh, I see what he means.
But if you focus on it during combat...
I see what he means. So, like, if I do this... Does it say how much damage? No, but I bet if I do this... Yeah. So it's like, that's like a fully charged attack, which is great, but if you strike at the moment the bar becomes full, I think you do more damage. Like the noise it makes is encouraging. It's like it's more noisy, more prominent. That explains, I think, how I was able to kill... Like, there was one moment earlier where I was like, huh, like, I killed that cave mite thing, the crystal mite thing, quicker than I expected to. I wasn't sure why. I think that's probably how that happened. So I see a well. I just assume there's, like, some kind of, like, fuckery you can do with the well, but I see no fuckery, at least not yet. Of course, goes back that way. That is helpful. We do have a safe spot there. I will hit that up in a moment. Anything else this guy has to offer? Because it actually is helpful advice for sure. What's up, Potato Pryor? Good to see you, bud.
Thank you for listening to my rambling. Take this. I received it from my garrison instructor who claimed the stone holds magical properties.
But it's a crafting thing.
I was never able to harness its power myself.
Ancient stone. It is a spectral rev stone, which is something for use for upgrading weapons. Very cool. Very cool. We're playing Verho, the Curse of Faces. Just came out yesterday. We're playing it for the first time. It's pretty cool so far. Cool little kind of retro-inspired RPG. I'm liking it a lot so far. I thought that was like a pick-upable thing. Just a candle. Just there to look pretty. And I guess we probably can't get through whatever that is. What this? Heretical altar is dangerous. Don't go near it. Well, I mean, can I just look at it? Offer one blank mask as a sacrifice. No. Not that I could if I wanted to anyway, but... Oh, if you wanted to change classes, that's cool. That's kind of cool. Because that's the thing, you choose your class at the very beginning. Yeah, what if you have regerts? What if you have regerts over your selections? So if you wanted to, you could choose something else. I'm assuming it probably gives you some sort of option to respect your skills, because you probably, hopefully, still keep your experience. Curious if there's anything like special on this one, but yeah, just the gravestone. Unique. Cool statues, and I'm not gonna touch that stuff. Hello.
Whom do I owe the pleasure? My name is Bellical.
I hail from the Orion Empire, far to the east. I was once a member of the Maker's Order, a devout man of faith. But my journey to Yarev has only confirmed what I long suspected. But this was all according to plan. I had to see this place for myself. I seek answers, like so many others who find their way here. I've been trying to enter the temple behind us for some time.
Ah, that's where the temple is.
I suspect some form of foul demon magic is responsible for the seal that binds it. Apparently, an expedition went inside. If you ask me, whatever abomination sealed that door likely killed them all.
Yeah, probably.
If they were lucky. I have been working on a spell I believe will break the seal.
A rare ingredient.
But it requires a rare ingredient. A plant called obsidian root. If you come across some obsidian root, bring it to me, and I will get us inside.
You got it, bro.
Obsidian root grows only under extreme heat. Its appearance is dark and twisted, and it is said to give off a faint, pulsing chime. Well, aside from the Predator's Cave, I am not eager to become its next meal. In any case, the forest to the east is a better place to search.
Got some ideas. Cool. All right, so a couple places and things to look for. Ooh, there's a thing up here. Ring of the Brawler. Our first ring. Increases maximum health. Love that for us. Boop. Look at that. You know, some games you're allowed a maximum of 2 rings. You know, we have 10 fingies, but only 2 rings are allowed for most games, like, you know, Diablo, that kind of thing. But this game, we can wear 4 rings. That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. Hell yeah. So progressive, so forward-thinking. Love to see it, love to see it. All right, well, I think we've explored basically what we can in this area. We've gotten some side quests.
Remember to train regularly and fight smart. Well, the dummies are waiting.
Just did the same thing Elsie was going to say. Yeah, we got some side quests and potentially some things to go back and purchase. Yeah, maybe that long sword. I feel like I want to save a little bit, like hold off a little bit longer. Very well could be other uses of the money we've got. We'll probably find some pretty cool weapons pretty soon. So we could fast travel back. Activating that station is very helpful. That's the Morning Forest. So I would say of the potential areas to check out, we of course have this torch. Let's use this torch. Travel back to the Rotten Valley. Standard Rotten Valley. And yeah, I'm thinking probably check out that like cavern area and just see truly how bad it is. I think it did automatically rest when we visited the we definitely rested. All the bad guys are back. All the baddies are back. If I really wanted to, I could just kill a couple more guys and get a level before we leave, but now let's go ahead and just climb on up and see what awaits. Went through all the trouble to get this torch. Might as well put it to use. Yep. Here's like the sneaky person. There was like a cool shiny thing on the top of those other rocks. I'm curious about these. About the like different piles of rocks whenever we see them. I get that? There we go. Alright, well, in we go. Let's see how scary this is. They made it sound like there was some fuckery here for sure. We're throwing knives. Very nice. Eventually... Oh, I equip the throwing knives. That'd be a consumable, I guess? Yes. So pop those there. Also, yeah, vial of healing. I should probably have those ready. Where's mana? Oh, that greatly restores. Okay, I see. That's the difference. Ancient seal. Oh, it's there. Okay. So we're looking for some kind of thing to open this seal. And that's poison. That's slow effect. Those are the throwing knives, fire bombs. Frost powder is probably the same as moon powder, but for cold damage. Yes. Cool. And then it was that kind of thing. Cool. All right. They mentioned there's like some kind of terrible predator that resides in here. It's real dark. This torch only shows so much. Ouch. Torch only reveals so much. We'll be having to listen. Level up, nice. Satisfying death animation when you kill those bats. The way they explode out like that is satisfying. Cashing that level in a moment. On the one hand, a map in this game would be nice. It would be nice and it would help with not getting lost and just general navigation. But not having a map does force me to try to pay attention to my surroundings. Do appreciate. Oh, that's a fella. Ouch. Now it seemed like as I was hitting him, I was losing health. Maybe that's a sign I shouldn't fuck with this area, or if I am fucking with that area, I'll fuck with it in a way that does not have me go towards that guy. Yeah, it seemed like I was losing health when I was hitting him. I'll grab a couple things again. Yeah, there was a kind of a loading bar thing or like a progress bar thing I was seeing along the bottom center. It did deselect these selections. Yeah, there we go. Get him. That way was the fella. Just to see if I could, like, my ranged spells could reach a little bit further. Something big and scary in there, most likely. This is where the predator lies. Maybe it's less spooky looking now. Probably brings you back to the starting area. Side as a, yeah, as like a shortcut. That's exactly what that is. Cool. It's entirely possible that purple fella that killed me is the scary predator. Picked up something called light. Is it a spell? It's a spell. Ooh, that's actually useful. In fact, that actually might even be more effective than the torch I'm wielding right now. So I might have that selected. In the meantime, path leading up. Alright. Anything else? Yeah, we got that guy. That, of course, is another shortcut back to the previous areas, but this... something different. Alright, so... I would say, yeah, pretty similar. Maybe a little bit better than the torch we have. Maybe a little better. I wonder how long it'll last. I like to think both are helpful. Pretty good experience. Down. I heard the bat. There he is. Got his ass. The damage so far. Seems like the spell's pretty generous in its duration. Again, not gonna ask where and how the bats are storing these clumps of gold. Not gonna worry about it. This is the cavern area. We heard that the cavern area is pretty spooky. There's a ring of agility. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Backstep distance? Sure. That can be helpful. That's when you do this. Oh, shit. Supposed to be when you block. Supposed to be when you block, but it seems like it only happens like with certain weapons. Maybe if I take the torch off. That's actually kind of cool. When you hold the torch out, the light radius does go out quite a bit, which is cool. You can't attack while it's held out, though. That is a limitation. There you go. Yo, what's up, Mr. Jet Diver says, Ring of Agility, more like Ring of Bro-agility. Spoken like a true bro. What's up, bud? What's up, Jet? Jet, what you been playing lately, bud? Haven't had a chance to catch one of your streams in a while. I know you were doing you were going pretty hard on that Digimon game that came out a couple weeks ago. That's the guy that was fucking me up earlier. What I'll do is I'll use this guy, give myself a little bit more light radius, and then I'm gonna do the Stalker. Ouch. Yeah. It seems like when you attack them, they are taking damage. But they don't, or they take like a lot. They're like reflecting some percentage of it when it's a physical attack. What I need to do is I simply have to attack them with ranged shots of some kind. That's the pro move. That is what I shall do accordingly. Now we know how to deal with them. Yeah, they're called stalkers. Now we know how to deal with this shit. And also, yeah, doing the right-click thing is actually kind of cool with being able to see a little bit better. Because, yeah, this light radius is quite limited. And, yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I keep doing this. Let's have that selected and throw in knives. And you know what? Fuck it. Firebombs, too. Firebombs might come in handy, too. Because, yeah, the new Zelda. The Zelda Hyrule Warriors game. Only 4 hours in it so far. How you liking the new Hyrule Warriors game, Jet? Because I remember Age of... not Imprisonment. The previous one. Age of Calamity. The one that came out prior. I heard it was good, but it performed very poorly on the original Switch. What I'm hoping to do is pick up the Switch 2, and then pick up Age of Calamity, and hope that there will be better performance on that one instead. Also got Farsight now. What's up, buddy? Hey, Mr. Farsight, this is not Kenshi. Don't you worry, my friend. Kenshi will be this coming Smatterday, my friends. Just a few short days. I'm going to be playing Kenshi for 8 goddamn hours like a degenerate. Like a little goblin fucking weirdo. Not dead. You're supposed to die. Fat, thank you. Yeah, Kenshi will be this Saturday. 8 hours, 8+ hours of Kenshi shenaniganry and tomfoolery and maybe even some debauchery. I'm excited. It'll be fun. Now, this is Verho, Curse of Faces. This just came out yesterday. Very cool dungeon crawler, kind of Kingsfield inspired sort of experience. It's pretty cool so far. It's tough, but not ridiculous, at least not so far. So I'm liking it a whole bunch. That purple fella. That purple fella was here, I think last time. Oh, there he is. I'm going to definitely hit him with some ranged bullshit. Out. Dropped a lot of experience on the way out. Used most of my mana in the process. But now we've killed that man's. And he was not the... Oh, we got a bow. A longbow. I'm sure that's not the only one of those guys we're going to be seeing anytime soon. And he was not the predator we'd heard about. That is in this cave, in this cavernous zone. I think like the proper cavern is where that guy's going to be. This like scary predator thing we'd heard whispers of. And for like any well-hidden secrets, because there are sometimes well-hidden secrets in this game, especially in these darkened areas. That's kind of why I'm trying to look around. Yeah, like the like just the lore behind it. I did hear somebody said that, yeah, like the stuff that's in that game is truly considered Zelda canon. Because I think the first Hyrule Warriors game and its events, I think, are not considered official canon in the pantheon of Zelda stuff. Which is a shame, but kind of makes sense. Because, yeah, it's kind of an alternate universe, and if I mean, obviously, with all the characters that are in that game, it would it would fly in the face of a lot of stuff if the original Hyrule Warriors was considered canon, so I get it. But yeah, I'm glad that these other ones, Age of Imprisonment, Age of Calamity, those are legit. And that little side passage for future reference. Oh, Calamity is not canon. Oh, shit, that I did not realize. I just assumed Calamity was also canon. Also, Zelda's a playable character. Right, yeah, that's a good point. She's the main playable character. I mean, no spoilers, but I in the promotional images, I haven't really seen any mention of Link. So if there is Link presence, I don't expect that he is around for much. By the way, I should probably go ahead and say, yeah, we do have the throwing knives due to the fire bombs. I'll grab magic vials. I had arrows. I would use them. I think you need arrows. I also need dexterity. More dexterity for the longbow. Yeah. No, see, no spoilers. Yeah, it sounds like from what I've gathered at least, is that, yeah, that he's at least not an emphasis. It wouldn't shock me if there was some kind of character that was maybe a Link stand-in, like I don't know, some like I know there's like automatons in that game, like of that kind of Sheikah technology. Or not Sheikah, but like just like that kind of like crafted, whimsical, kind of like steampunky sorts of creations that you see in, for sure, Breath of the Wild and probably Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm guessing that there will be, yeah, maybe some kind of swordsman character, but yeah, but no Link. Not officially. Put the light down there as well. Otherwise, though, yeah, as far as a way to deal with that fella, I'll try the throwing knives. And I'll do one more casting of a cool fireball spell thingy, or firebolt. I want to try and bop that guy if I can bop him. There's at least another... I was going to say there's more bats. There was also that Ring of Agility, which, as we all know, turns into the Ring of Bro Agility, as Jet pointed out. You know, it's funny because, you know, I played through Hyrule Warriors, you know, like 4 or 5 years ago, and I really enjoyed it, but man, I hit that game hard, and that's very thoroughly scratched my itch for Musou games, or Musou, Hyrule Warrior, or Dynasty Warrior style games. Like, I'm set for a while. Or so I thought. Because I was watching one of the Zeldathon streamers a few months ago. One of the Zeldathon streamers was streaming Hyrule Warriors, like the original, and I was like, damn, I missed that shit, dude. Like, I remember that shit. I played it a whole bunch. Goddamn, we've already been there. It's like, man, I missed that shit. I missed that game. Good lord. And I was like, well, you know, of course, Age of Calamity is out. You know, I'll pick that up eventually. And then Age of Imprisonment is announced. It's like, oh, man. So I'm kind of like, it's kind of in my mind right now. Musou games of some variety are kind of in my mind. We played Tears of Metal, I think is what it was called, which is like an indie roguelike Musou-esque game. We played the demo for that with Shake and Alias and Kraft a couple weeks ago. That was a lot of fun. So I keep seeing these little things that are just like kind of tickling, just barely, vaguely tickling the Musou itch that I think is starting to become itchy again. And I will need to scratch it eventually. Oh yeah, so what'll probably happen inevitably is I'll probably inevitably pick up a Switch 2, and I'll probably pick up Age of Calamity. I'm just hoping it performs better on the Switch 2. I haven't heard of like the Switch 2 of course has like the Switch 2 enhanced versions of things. I haven't heard of any enhanced versions for Age of Calamity with, like, you know, better performance, certain enhancements, blah blah blah. I haven't heard of anything like that for Calamity. This game has like nostalgia. Well, yeah, this game is, I think, very much inclined to be inspired, at least in part, by King's Field. Those kinds of games. Oh, I got slowified. I think King's Field, you know, that kind of like old school dungeon crawler is very much what they're going for as far as like the vibe for this game. So Now, if you're like me, you probably haven't actually played Kingsfield. I haven't actually played the damn game, but I've played other games that were inspired by it, including this one. Lunacid's another one. Lunacid came out a year or two ago, and that one also very much a Kingsfield-inspired game. Look at that, we got our first longsword. I would have felt like a fool if I would have bought the longsword we found. Got our own to play with now. So, looking at them side by side, quicker charge time, it's a slightly better reach. Guard is way better, although we're not really guarding with the longsword. We'll have a shield for that pretty soon here. The thrust, I guess thrust means like, actually I don't know what thrust means, because you swing with these things. But this one scales better with strength, which is good. Yes. So we'll mess with that for a little bit. Get that, and then go for the torch again. I would say the longsword, that's a classic for sure. A classic. All right, so we fully explored this area, for the time being at least. I never saw any, like, you know, there was mention of like some kind of diabolical predator somewhere around these caverns. We've not found it. Found some cool stuff for sure, but nothing scary per se. Nothing like awful and fucky, and also nothing that's like a game changer. We found a bow. We found a cool ring. Like, we found some nice things for sure. Nothing we can't live without, and nothing that's like a key item. There more in here? I feel like I scrounged through here as like pretty well as well. Yeah. You know, Hyrule Warrior games are, yeah. Well, that's kind of nice that they're not as long on the tooth, because I mean the fact that Hyrule Warriors, the original, had so much content was a curse and a blessing. It was great because it means you'll never run out of shit to do. I mean you could 100% if you were a fucking lunatic, but most normal people wouldn't. Most normal people wouldn't even do what I did, which is play through all the adventure maps. We fucking did that shit. But, you know, unlocking all of the cosmetics, all, like, the extra abilities, extra weapons, heart pieces, I mean...
In case you find yourself backed into a corner, crush the map, then you'll see...
There's so much. So... It's daunting for sure. It can be daunting, at least for sure. So the fact that the new ones are shorter... I mean, 30 to 40 hours, still a pretty good amount of time out of a game, obviously. But if Daggerfall Farsight, yeah, you're not wrong. Some Daggerfall from Farsight. Also, I don't know what thrust means. It's all about the context, man. It's all about the context. So what do I need to wield that sword, or that shield? Wield a shield. 5 more health. 5 more health. 5 more strength. 5 of those puppies, and then we'll do some constitution. Myself more HP. Pretty good. Or resistance. Some resistance. I'm going to assume that resistance in this game actually functions, unlike resistance in Dark Souls 1. Now, I don't know if the enhanced or, like, remade edition of Dark Souls 1 fixes resistance. I just heard after the fact that stat was very bugged in the Prepare to Die edition. There we go. Got shield. Shield and sword. Sword and board. Good shit. Make a Mormon joke about soaking. Dude, the soaking thing is something I always enjoy, like, joking about and kind of riffing on, just because it's very odd. It's very unique. It's very unique indeed. All right, so I think for the time being we've done what we can in like the spooky cave areas. I think we've done what we can there. I feel like we explored it pretty thoroughly. Next, I would say let's head towards, gonna fast travel back to the village. And what I might go ahead and do is I might juice up. Actually, hold on. What I'd really like to do is see what would I ultimately need to wield the fun sword.
Simple.
What would it take to wield the great sword? I need 28 strength, so it'll be a while before I can use that thing. But I bet it'd be pretty sweet. It's got great strength scaling, as you could expect. The guard is actually not bad either, for that matter. So I have no reason to use it right now, no reason to buy it right now. I'm wondering, do I want to go ahead and juice up my longsword? Because there'll probably be a bit before I'm able to be great sortified. Certified, sortified. Jet says, great minds think alike, baby. I'm gonna juice up my stuff. What weapons is he selling again? The hammer. Oh, and because I have a longsword, I can't buy a second longsword. It's kind of an interesting touch. Oddly enough, the blacksmith hammer has a huge strength requirement, but doesn't do much, like, a very impressive amount of damage, unfortunately. Got a good backstep and a pretty good guard and okay reach. Okay strength scaling. As a weapon, it's really not that exciting.
Welcome.
So, reforging to the longsword, it would take 50 gold and a tiny revstone. Sure. That's not so bad. And then it would take 2 tiny revstones and more gold. I don't have 2 of those. Let's do the +1 for now. So now its damage is comparable to the hand axe. Hand axe still does a little bit more, but this thing has just nice versatility otherwise. And better scaling, which is nice too. Yeah. No, we've talked about the soaking thing before, and also, Farsi, you probably know this. It's called a jump humper. It's called a jump hump, like a designated jump humper. You need the homie to, or some third-party force to generate the bouncifications, the motion of the ocean, as it were. So you gotta have your trusted homie, who won't tell a soul, ideally, the designated jump humper. It's one of those things where it's funny to like laugh about and kind of joke about. I don't truly believe it's a common practice. I don't truly believe it's a common practice. I mean, has it happened in history? Probably, but I don't like believe for a moment that it's like, oh, it's such a common thing. It's like, this is probably a distinct thing that's like joked about more than it actually happened. I'm gonna check out the forest, and then after that, we'll probably head towards like a third area. Not the temple, but some other thing we'd heard about. What about derfing? I'm not familiar with derfing. Do illuminate. Do enlighten me. Curious about derfing. Right, there was another fast travel spot we saw. Actually might have led back to the same area as well. An achievement for entering the Mourning Forest. But Mourning, M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G. Are you a bad guy? I mean, it's a forest. It's spooky, it's foggy, it's misty. The trees could come alive. The roots. Plants could go up my butthole. There's so many things that could happen. So derfing is dry humping between... Ah, interesting. I've never heard that before. Never heard that before. Is this still a thing frequent in certain denominations? Certain specific denominations? Bah! It's a gray bat. Approach. It's a ghost of a bat. Can I go for the double dip? Bah! There we go. Dropped a decent bit of experience. And 10 gold. And 2 vials of healing. It would figure that there'd be a bad guy, like, lying in wait while I'm getting tempted to check that thing out. It's denied, but it happens. I mean, of course it does. But, I mean, you know, it's... Listen, humans have urges, and they are healthy and normal and perfectly acceptable, so long as they are done between consenting adults. So, I'm over here like, listen, I'm never one, you know, as easy as it is to like joke and pee poo poo haha laugh about certain things like that. It's like, bro, find yourself a willing partner and do what you gotta do. So long as people are safe and responsible and consent is established, fuck do I care, right? Fuck do I care if grandma wants to like go pump some other like eligible senior bachelor in the corner of the church pews. Like, fuck do I care, right? Have a good old time. Life's too short. Get you some. Create some chaos, God. Well, that's why we have Warhammer. That's why we have Warhammer, which is a cautionary tale of what not to do. And honestly, that's the thing. You know, if that Chaos God and Warhammer was birthed from like forbidden sexiness, pent up, unrequited sexiness, all the more reason to find yourself a willing partner and get your humping on, because you know, if you're too horny for too long, you could send humanity into a sexually repressed, demon possessed hell that what is it? Slanesh is the Chaos God of Warhammer. Like, that's a cautionary tale, I would say. I'd say it's something to avoid. Yes, Slanesh, that's the one. So far this place is fairly chill. That looks the opposite of chill. Is it a spooky dark area? Nope, it's just a big dark rock. Maybe there'd be more secrets, and maybe they are there. Oh wait, there is something. Is that a bat fella? Bat fella. Beat the shit out of him. There we go. I saw the glowing. Okay, there was a little something. I'm surprised he didn't jump out sooner. Meerkat says, "Yo, we're talking about Slanesh. Hell yeah, baby." Infecting me, yeah. Yeah, the Warhammer stuff is wildly interesting to me. Even though it has been a minute since I've played a Warhammer game. Oh, is this where we're gonna find the rune steel, maybe? Or no, not rune steel. The thing that the one guy wants. I'll know when I see it. Some kind of root. Some kind of like dread root thingy. That, oh! Why'd I take... Oh, those things are like popping out. That's what it was. Yeah, it's the little lava rocks. Oh. My heat buildup is slowly going away, but not much. Taking its sweet titties time, alright? Well, I do have healing potions at the ready for when things inevitably get weird. In the corner over here, I'm also trying to watch my six, because I know these dudes lurking. They're lurking, and by God, they be twerking. Another revstone for leveling up weapons and such. If we felt so inclined, we could bring our longswords to a +2. A 3-shot those guys pretty reliably. And backpedaling well enough to avoid their bullshit. Fairly consistently. Not sure why they turn around like that. I'm guessing they have like a maximum range. It just... They didn't travel very far. It's entirely possible I'm doing so much damage that it like stuns them maybe, or like it's like somehow scaring them away. Just such a gamer, what can I say? I'm gonna guess that lava is instant death. There's something over there. Let's see what's up here. Ooh, is that the Dreadroot stuff? I bet it is. The temple's probably like ultimately where we need to go in this region at least. And I bet we'll end up going there sooner than later. I was thinking maybe there was like more of an endgame thing, but I don't think so. It's not necessarily. So we could probably drop down there and not like instantly die of fall damage. Just a bit of a commitment. Little embers popping out are not good news. The bridge being broken is also the opposite of good news. Like that guy took damage from something. Not by my hand. It was not by my hand that I was given fire damage. So, obsidian root, that's the one. I don't know how many we need, but we got something. We also got tiny redstone. I'm gonna get myself some light. Dark and scary in this land. Oddly enough, the light didn't really do much for me. It's like a little bit of a difference, but not much. We could drop down there, probably. I can't make that jump reliably, though. Oh. Kind of hurts my eyeballs a little bit. It's very, very eyeball burninating, this brightness. And they said to beware the crystal mites. They're really not that dangerous. Of course, like, the trick is to stay moving, but it's really not too bad. What's up, Jupiter Exile? Curse of Faces, that is the name of the... Well, that's the subtitle of the game. Yeah, Verho, Curse of Faces. It's because in this game's lore, in the background, like, lore for this game, the backstory is that there was this, like, ominous curse that was placed upon the land such that if two people look at each other, see each other's faces, both people die. Their heads fucking explode. So if you gaze upon someone else's face, you and the person you gazed upon will die painfully and horribly. So, to get around that, everyone wears masks. And there's a ominous benefactor. There's an ominous benefactor called the Maker who, like, figured out the curse and, like, helps to explain it to people and, like, how they get around it. There's this spooky place called Yarvin that we're in right now, where once you... It's like there's like... It's the land of mystery, and some people think it might have the key on dispersing the curse. But there's no known way to exit it. Once you're in, you're presumably committed forever. So we're trying to find our way out of this strange place. It's pretty metal, yeah, it's pretty metal. It's an interesting premise, and the game is pretty cool so far, honestly. Good dungeon crawler kind of vibes. I love games like this. And I'm liking this one a lot. Cool old school inspired graphics and presentation. And it very much has a very prominent yeah, just kind of dungeon dwelling, dungeon crawling even vibe about itself. It's very good. Very good. I'm gonna see if there's anything on that ledge. I don't think that there is. Probably isn't this game. This game has definitely been bestowing secrets upon us. We've definitely had a lot of instances of, like, things being hidden just outside of view. So I'm trying to keep an eye out for potential like things that are hidden out of sight. Something over yonder, which does intrigue me. There is a fast travel point as well. Jump up here for a moment, then I'll explore that little area down there. Farsight says, I got something for you, Alex. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. Grab a couple things and explore this area a little bit, then we'll see what Farsight has for us. Says, hold on to your butts. He didn't say it exactly like that, but it was implied. It was implied there was going to be some butt holding. Or plant fellers and a torch. Might mean that there's something beyond there. Sure enough. Alright. We'll come back to that in a moment. A little bit of damage, but not much. So no need to heal or rest just yet. There's a fella. The fella and a save point. Now I have leveled up. We'll get that in a moment. But he looks like he's selling something. What you got, fool?
Say, are you planning to die?
Would rather not.
Because you look like someone who's headed there quickly. Of course, unless you heed my warning. Oh, don't get me wrong. What I said might have sounded like a threat. It wasn't meant to be. Listen, going up the forest path will take you to the Plateau of Broken Swords. You look like someone who doesn't know what awaits there.
You're correct, I don't know.
In short, death.
What about in long?
In long, the Guardian. The place is haunted by the spirit of Ovarius, the arch-guard of the prison wall.
His name is Ovarius. Just call him Ovaries. I don't know why a dude would be named Ovaries, but yeah.
Though he's long dead, his soul is bound to this place and won't let anyone in or out of the place he guarded in life. In the past 3 years that I've been staying in Yariv, I've seen many warriors much stronger than you who have challenged him.
And they all won.
Ovarius killed each one of them.
Okay, maybe not.
Then impaled their weapons on the plateau. Over the past decade, he's gathered quite the collection there. You might ask how no one has managed to defeat the Wraith yet. They couldn't. Ovarius' spirit is immune to every type of weapon. Swords, crossbows, even magic. Nothing can harm him.
Let me guess, you need the moon salts, moon sugar, moon powder?
At least, that's what most people think. I discovered the truth. I held in my hands the key.
He's talking in all caps.
The key to banishing the Wraith. Sorry, I haven't been myself lately.
He's got the one yellow eye.
As I said, I found the key to defeating the spirit. An old stone tablet engraved with ancient light spells. I believe these could harm, maybe even destroy, the Wraith. But I lost the tablet before I could uncover its secrets. I must recover it. I must possess the secrets of light. If you retrieve it for me, I'll prepare a spell for you to weaken the Wraith, so you can slay him. Additionally, as motivation, I could sell you powder that will enchant your weapon with the power of light, or a magical rune that hurls radiant fire. The possibilities are endless. Just bring me that damn tablet. You'll find it in the ruins to the south. That's where I acquired it. That's where I lost it.
The secrets of life, that's just Kingdom Hearts.
Retrieve it for me. Yes, retrieve it.
He has to believe in the heart of the cards. Alright, well, I can't just, like, steal his, like... Oh, okay, so it's one of those games. Walking on fire hurts. Don't know why I'm surprised. I can't just steal his bottles of piss, his jars of piss, or his jars of cum. Can't just steal it. That's disappointing, but them's the breaks. Said to the south. Now, this game does not have a map. At least, I don't think it does. I've yet to see one. But we do have a compass, at least. So if I wanted to, if I needed to even, we could explore what awaits beyond that ways. Now, it's the darndest thing because we came from this direction. Came from the lava areas. Said head south. Like, it's not like there's more place we can go this way. So I'm guessing he means go through that little like lava area and do that little drop down sequence, because we saw you could drop down beyond a certain point. You might take a little bit of fall damage, but you could probably make the drop. But I didn't see an obvious way back up, so it's a bit of a commitment. So there is that. There is that. Meantime, these guys got a little double melee attack. Nothing too scary. Drop their asses. Cool. And then there's this over here. Or the Rosif leaf, which I'm guessing is probably for, like, consumables. I'm guessing that's for resisting fire, maybe? Oh, no, the Ural leaf. That one's for bleed. That one's for fire. Cool. Wandering about. And we got, A1 Go On. What's up, friend? Reminds you of the, let's see, bald guy from Viva La Dirt League. I don't think I know that one, actually. The voice acting is kind of fun for that guy. It's refreshing because some of the other voices, and I don't mean this with malice. I have no hate in my heart, but I will acknowledge that the voice acting with a lot of the NPCs is like just some guy, you know, probably one of the developers with a desktop microphone, you know, nothing fancy. And I'm just some fucker with a desktop microphone. I'm not special, obviously. I'm not trying to say I could do anything better, but you know, it's those first couple NPCs were just kind of Just okay. This guy though, he's like putting energy into it. He's got heart that he's putting into it. That's exactly right. This guy's got heart. So I respect it. I respect this guy. He's making it fun and lively. There you go. They love their project. That's what matters. That's what matters. That's right. That's right. Now I do have a level up. Do I want to go ahead and just juice more into strength? I might as well. Just juice more into strength. There's definitely weapons I want to use that have a gigantic strength requirement. So, but eventually we'll have need, for sure, for more dexterity, resistance, and constitution. All that's all helpful and good. All good stuff. All good stuff. That being said, we're gonna take a quick sabbatical. Oh, there is a manual, by the way. Oh, and you can like turn the pages. That's cool. So if you wanted to, you know, get a primer of some of these like games mechanics, that's actually kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. There's a summary of the story so far, as we know it, which you saw in the intro, the different masks, classes, basically the different classes, summary of the combat, talking about different runes. That's cool. Sword magic. That's cool. That would require mana when the time comes. Sheath your weapon for better movement. Learn about the different attributes. Yeah, force is mana. Resistance is resisting negative status effects. Yeah, that's all well and good. Learn about some of the characters, which is fun. Oh, wait, was that about the blacksmith? Okay, yeah. Yes, the fella, the snake fella. Can upgrade your stuff. Cool. The credits, yeah. I'm liking it. Yeah, so we're going to take a quick sabbatical. Let's get back to the game. So thank you again to Farsight for that redemption. That was fun. And it's good to see you, Zabat. Hope you're doing well, my friend. This is Verho, Curse of Faces. It's a very cool dungeon explorer kind of game. Dungeon crawler. Now, I say that. It's not exactly a dungeon right now, where it's like an outdoor excursion. But you know what I mean. Like, it's very much old school inspired. Kingsfield specifically inspired. We've learned about a wraith that is terrorizing the forest beyond the mist down that way. So I have no reason to go down there. Well, I have reason, but no means of dealing with whatever's out there. So I'm going to kill some dudes, get some experience for sure, but we're going to double back and explore some other areas. There's much more to explore for sure. Go and kill some of these other fellas, get some other fun resources. Once I go in to attack that guy, I know that guy's going to jump out at me. Yeah, just a standard hit. Another standard hit. I'm trying to get like the crit with like the proper timing. Like that. That's a good crit. Good crit and good shit. Yeah, when you get like that like more bombastic hit noise, connection noise, where it goes like pop, pop. That's where you know you got it. Like that one. There we go. He also dropped. Come back. Come back. Oh my god. Alright, I got it. I was a little bit worried I was going to incur the wrath of the Wraith by chasing that there, you know, drawn by promise of grandeur and gold lust. No, in all fairness, I stumbled into that area and didn't see anything scary. There was the one bat that attacked me, but that's hardly scary. I'm curious how far into here I can go before the Wraith jumps out and tries to steal my penis. Boy, I hope nobody tries to snatch my penor today. I say on penor snatchfully. You're not exactly a huge threat, my guy. There we go, got his ass. Is this thing. I'll take the potions. I'm guess going up there would be a fool's errand. Hit. Yeah, he snuggles back up into a tree. And I smack him again, snuggles up into a different tree. So it's a ghost of a bat. Not a bat, but a ghost of a bat. Totally different. Totally different, you see. thinking in my mind that there should be like some cool things to be found here. Not just like kill a couple bad guys and get experience, but like probably some resources, you know, maybe a weapon or two, or maybe even a quest item of some kind, because we have a couple side quests. So ancient rock, they love as a crafting material. So I'll keep that entrance kind of in my back pocket as a potential thing to explore, but I suspect that's probably where scary boys and wraiths await. And I do not have the means to deal with the wraith yet, but we will in a little bit. But it's assuming I'm able to find that tablet that merchant is looking for. So he'll be able to sell me the stuff I can use to vanquish that foe. I want to go ahead and hit that save point. I think I should. Save point, but also a fast travel point. Fast travel point is open. Open for business. Well, there are plenty, boys. Yeah, I've yet to see any indication of where the big guy is. Some arrows, which is exciting. Now, the guy, like, verbally told me where the thing was, but I can't remember because I'm a doofus. You have a lot of experience, by the way. 360, that's pretty generous. Not overly hard to kill, but they're a lot they give you. I'd say the bats are more of a problem, but those don't give as much. I guess they're annoying is the thing, but rarely a huge threat. I kill before he pops it? Yeah, before he leaves. I just sent him right back where he came from. From whence he came. If I reach him. One in that tree next. Yep. Oh, you! I didn't even hear him coming. Ooh, I bet that's where the wraith is. And like I said, I'm not gonna get close until I know I can deal with the guy. I'm definitely not in a state of dealing with regular things. I would need some kind of light spell. Well, I mean, light damage spell. I have a light spell that like gives me light, but not the kind of light spell that would be helpful in this context. Also, that's clearly death. No question, that's definitely death. Alright, so that's where we came from. Maybe I should... Well, let's see. He did say go to the south. And this is heading southwards. So... Parath Ruins. Maybe? Need a torch. It's dark. Or the light spell. I do have. Let's just talk about that spell. Will it be enough? Yes. You gonna one-shot me? Not so far. He does have a lot of health. 420. That's a pretty good amount of health. So yeah, that's a measure of how juicy things might be here. Now we're in a real dungeon crawling experience. Real dungeon crawling hours right now. Earlier we were in like an enchanted forest, which is all well and good. I love a good haunted enchanted forest kind of deal. But a real dingy ass, scrungy ass dungeon. That's for real gamers. Oof. Oh shit. Like pushing me down. How much health do you have? Not much. One more hit, he's out. These guys are pretty beefy. How much experience was that? I actually see, but these guys are pretty beefy. Beefy boys. So I might be getting in over my head here. I mean, you know, what's the phrase? Fortune favors the bold. And we're definitely seeking fortunes here. The ranged guys aren't quite as scary though. That attack pattern's pretty obvious and predictable. And we got a level out of it. Nice. Vials and heals. And we have a lot of heals. And I really don't need to be stingy with these things. I have 11 healing shards right now. Healing shards. If things get scary, I do have that in my back pocket. Fortune favors the kobolds. There you go. He loves those little guys. Yeah, well, there's a reason why they are frequently like the cannon fodder of starting D&D campaigns. Because, yes, they always get wonderful fates, those little fellas. Those little guys. Note number 2. Kurath worshipped light more fervently than anything else. Is this where the tablet might be? Some of their devotees began to lose their minds. The presence of the sun, with that much of a concentration, was overwhelming. Built an underground city to worship the light away from their deity. I mean, staring at the sun, sure, will have some negative aspects. I like light the torches myself. Not sure if it works that way. Also, clearly means I missed note number 1. Kitchen staff was 7 kobolds. That's delightful in the starting tavern. It's delightful and smart. Oof. When they do that little like swirly attack, the one that's like big and reaches forever, that one's a little bit tougher to deal with. I'm stuck. That's gonna do a heal. Boop. So the healing shards don't heal by a fuck ton, but they do heal a bit. Now what I could do, I just killed that guy. I could, you know, rest here. Actually, for one thing, I should level up. Hello? Activate. Can I not because there's bad guys? Let's a little bit more. Another big guy. That's note number 1, so reading it in reverse order. Does it get burned down and rebuilt every single day? That would be one hell of a business strategy. So, the ruins of the ancient people known as the Kurath Rite. Predates the Curse of Faces, by the way. Back here, this would be... Oh, I was gonna say that'd be a good place to hide something. Ooh, that leads to another zone. Not what I was expecting. But I guess this is the expected entrance, I suppose. There we go. Now I can use this thing. So the masculine urge to just go all in on strength. But I'm closer to using the big cool sword thingy. Let's say, you know what? I'll get it up to, I'll do 20. And then I'll do resistance. And then constitution. A nice little mix. Nice little mix. Nice and balanced. Now, by leveling, it did go ahead and make me rest, I suppose, by virtue of leveling. Lots of Three Stooges style gags. That's the best kind, honestly. But the food is edible, warm. I mean, that's not always guaranteed when it comes to like old D&D taverns. That's pretty good. I see that this guy's slapping me. Is like still causing like bleed to build up. And I guess that didn't reset, which is unfortunate. Actually, it's entirely possible that maybe we didn't rest when we leveled. I see it like it brought my health back. As I'm assuming we rested, and I'm assuming it respawned bad guys. Maybe it didn't. You have full health now. I just kind of assumed. Unexpected dead end here. Blocked by some mechanism. Okay. I thought that would be the mechanism. And a ring of the thief. It's at least edible. It's something. It's something. It's not much, but it's something. Increases damage dealt by throwing weapons, which we don't use all that often, but I'm not gonna say no. Not gonna lick a gift ring in the mouth. Gift ring. A horse ring. Gift horse ring in the mouth. You know what I mean. That's the thing again. Keep sniffing around. We know that leads probably to the main entrance. The expected entrance, even. Which we could check out at some point. I'm in no rush. In no rush right now. I think it did respawn all the guys. Yeah. I got greedy by going for 2 attacks. Actually, that being said, I don't know if I've been here before because there's a mana crystal I would have definitely picked up earlier. That's probably the mechanism. And a guess. It's a ranged fella. Can't exactly single cycle those guys. Not yet, at least. So we could explore that mechanism. Kind of curious to see what's over this way. No indication for how long our light spell lasts. Doing back to back is a little bit scary. Oh, the other guys that noticed me yet. Oop. Now, if there's friendly fire, that'd be extremely cool. I wouldn't expect it. Go ahead and do the light spell so I can see better. I was lucky. There we go. So yeah, still taking a bit of damage when you block, but you know, I think they call it chip, like chipping away your health. He's chipping away a little bit, but still worth it. Hanging Mortar. Well, I got his ass. Oh, that's an easy one to miss too. Yeah, the little random material pickups, materials for upgrading your weapons, are very well hidden, very well placed, and very well hidden. And that's Snoot with the raid. Thank you, my friend. That's very generous. We're playing a really cool game. This is Verho, Curse of Faces. And we're having a pretty good time. This is a really nice, old school inspired dungeon crawler kind of game. The obvious influence, of course, is Kingsfield, but games like Lunacid or Devil Spire, same kind of vibes. It's really good. It's really good so far. Thank you for that raid. It's super nice of you guys. Playing some Valheim. That's awesome. That's awesome. I confess, I think I do have that one, but I've not played. I was thinking of Enshrouded for a second. I have played Enshrouded, but I have not played Valheim. Snoot, thank you for that raid. One of my favorite things to do when somebody raids us is to ask if you have any clips to share. If there are any clips you wanted to share, whether it be like a Twitch clip or a TikTok video, a YouTube short. I'm not picky. Does not have to be from tonight's stream. Could have been from, a few streams ago. Could have been from a year ago, 12 years ago. yeah, I'm not picky. I'm not picky. So if there's anything of yours you'd like to share with us, anything fun that you think is like a cool thing to show off, because you're a homie, you brought your folks to me to check me out. The least I can do as a show of appreciation is to have the folks here see what you're about, get a little sneak peek of what your content is like. That we get that cross-pollination. Everyone benefits, everyone gets to grow and expandify their reach. It's a good thing. Because yeah, this is a pretty cool game so far. I'm liking it a lot. It's very good. Haven't played Valheim in a while. Yeah, it's I know. Well, I guess it first entered early access a couple years ago. It's some mechanism, right? We found a switch. That's not for this one. Probably for another door. This game does have some Souls-like aspects as well. And I don't just mean stamina meter. Actually, kind of really, there is not a stamina meter. At least not one that's visible. In the top left, you can see when we charge a weapon, there's a little thing to say, like, how close are you getting to having, like, a full attack? Which is all well and good. But, yeah, when I say there's, like, Soulsborne elements, when you find this game's equivalent of campfire, or bonfires, really, it does help you rest and you're able to level up, but it does respawn the bad guys. So there is that. Ooh, this is awfully spooky. Before we go down this rabbit hole, oh, okay, my light spell just ended. There was for sure a path that caught my eye. Since I've killed a bunch of bad guys here, I could do the light spell again, or I could say, heck all that, just give me the damn torch. That way it's a little bit easier for me to see, because this area is dark. Thematically and literally, it is quite dark. Yeah, Kingsfield Inspiration Dragon, exactly. Snoot says, no clippies. Alright, so now I get to see the other thing. Snoot, I'm gonna ask you to close your ears and pretend you're not gonna hear what I'm about to say, alright? Everybody else that came in from the raid, if you guys have any good Snoot clips, especially if it's something that's like really embarrassing for them. As I'll tell you, every streamer under the sun, myself included, they have that either one or maybe even multiple clips where it's like, oh god, I hope nobody finds this. I hope no one knows about this embarrassing moment that happened that somebody clipped. Like, just please no one ever find this. So if Snoot has nothing he's proud of, maybe he's got something that's cringeworthy that he's ashamed of. So if there's anything devious you wanted to share, anybody can share any clips. Of course, I'm mostly being facetious. Yeah, I'm just fucking around. But yeah, I love to emphasize that, yeah, it's one of my favorite ways to encourage that kind of cross-pollination. Everybody wins, right? Everybody wins. I encourage self-promotion. It's something I very much lean into. And I think... Oh, yeah, I guess this was it, because this wall... This wall didn't just lead down into... Oh, wait, no, this is where I'm a big stupid idiot. This is where I came from, I think. Okay. I'm trying to remember where that hole in the wall was. And I guess it could be the same thing we just found. Could be the same thing we just found, because I don't know, I'm getting kind of turned around here. This game is very cool. The only real downside, I would say, with this game so far, at least, is that it's kind of easy to get turned around. There's no... oh, can I light the torch? There's no map. Oh, secret. Oh, shit. Oh, what's this? A Spellblade sword? An achievement, no less? Oh, fuck. Unkan, a warrior consumed by these ruins. Didn't know about lighting the torches. Got a cool new sword for our troubles. It is the Spellblade sword. I don't have dick to be able to use this thing, but I have it. Look at that intelligence requirement. Good fucking lordy. Good lord. Snoot says, I'm happy to see this game. Yeah, I know it came out just yesterday. It's pretty cool so far. It sounds like you're aware of it as well. So some of the early game, yeah, if you end up picking it up yourself, Snoot, it's my recommendation for sure. A war being waged with piss. What else do you need? But thank you again, Snoot. That's very kind of you. And I appreciate that you rated, and I appreciate that you recognized this game, because it is very cool. So if you enjoy that kind of old school dungeon excursions kinds of games, it's pretty cool. We just got a badass looking new sword that I can't do dick with right now, but eventually, once we get the dexterity and the intelligence for it, probably not a huge priority, because what I really want is that two-handed sword that we saw back at the town area, and that'll take a bit more strength to be able to wield. This is a huge int and dex requirement. I feel like we'll find probably better stuff by the time we get high enough level to have those kinds of stats. But in the meantime, we'll keep that kind of in our back pocket. We shall keep exploring. I'm still looking for the area that I unlocked with the with that lever that I pulled, and I suspect I'll see it soon. I almost wonder if it's maybe down this way. Hold on. Is that note number 1? That is note number 1, which means this leads back towards the main expected entrance. Yeah, that's the expected entrance. And I'm not going not going down there just yet. And this... Oh wait, was this it? Fire bombs. This might have been it actually, because it was like it was kind of a notch on the wall, kind of like this one. That might have been it. So all that just for a couple fire bombs. I mean, the fire bombs are nice. We do have a I'm gonna lower this sound of footsteps a little bit. A ring equipped that has us do a little bit extra damage with thrown items. That is all well and good. I'll see if there's anything else, but yeah, if nothing else, that little hidden area with the stairs leading down was awfully ominous. I am excited. And maybe, oh, maybe this was it. You know what? That's the one. That's the one I was looking for. That's the one I was looking for. Okay, so yeah, so sure enough, that one, that ain't it. That ain't it. So in the meantime, once again, without a map, I'm kind of wandering. But I think it's back this way. For anyone curious, this game's equivalent of bonfires. This is how you level up, or rest, or fast travel. But of course, because it is a bonfire-esque experience, if you rest there, you do resurrect all the bad guys around you. I might actually end up doing that at some point, because I've lost a decent bit of health, but I mean, we're probably okay. But yeah, I'm thinking I might want to have that in my back pocket. Also, I'm pretty sure that leads back to where we came from. That's the lever we pulled. Actually, maybe that is... You know what? Oh, hold on. Maybe it is up here. One thing some of you might be wondering is a way to move faster. You can move slower with the shift button, but no run button. You're running by default. Already running by default. Is this the fun area? The cool opening that caught my eye? Maybe. I think this is it. I think this is the right direction, at least. It was through here. Yeah, this is what caught my eye and felt like it's something awfully dark and spooky. This blaze powder, which I think you use to apply flames to your weapons, fire damage to your weapons. Right, so... Oh, that's just a shortcut back. Cool, okay. Which probably means... that one spooky door is probably now open, so we took a right. Past this guy, yes, I think I remember it well. You know what? I'll save now, or I'll rest now. And because I'm rested, we've got some more mana back, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to my shield. And I'm going to have my light spell ready. Area is quite dark. I can do it now, actually. Also, it seems like if I like get behind him or kind of get to his side, these guys are less capable in reaching my ass. Bam. Yeah, because they have that one long-reaching attack that reaches really far with their arms. Then they do the second attack that's like a little spinny attack with just their kind of immediate vicinity. Seems like if you kind of get to their side or get behind them, when they do that long-reaching attack, it's not as effective. And that's the one that has, like, kind of whittled us down for a bit. Now we got our mana back. Yeah, I'm gonna lure you. Oh, shit, I'm almost gonna get shot in the head like an idiot. that's like the easier to dodge attack. And yeah, I guess he's just immune. That guy's projectiles. Yeah, it seems like he's able to kind of shrug those off pretty well. The range guy. That bullshit. Thank you very much. All right. Of course, this is that kind of game where you kill a bad guy, whether it's a bat or a evil skeleton or a undead knight or a fucking squirrel. Everything drops like gold somehow. No question on like where that gold was being stored. Don't imagine those guys have a ton of pockets, and yet they found a way. And I want to keep my back to that guy for too long because he will, shoot me with one of those things. Got him. Unfortunately, I was hoping I'd like end up with more health than before I rested than afterwards. Now that we're like killing the dudes again, but I'm starting to wonder if my brilliant plan, maybe not so brilliant. I mean, it's helping us get more money and more experience. I mean, that's nice. Granted, this isn't exactly the kind of game, I don't think at least, where you're expected to do a bunch of grinding. Like, try to circle him a little bit. Hit him back up, and like, kind of keep circling him so he's less inclined to that long-reaching attack. That seems to be the strat. Well, that is still open. Unless I just press this button. Darn, I was hoping. Oh, but it's loosened up a bit. But it is loosened up a bit. Okay, so there's. I was overconfident in thinking that would do the trick. Now the downside is that this game has one of those situations where everything kind of blends in pretty well. Not everything, but a bunch of things tend to blend in pretty well. So looking for the other mechanism might be a little bit tricksy. So we are finding vials for like healing potions, which is nice. Checking the other sides of the wall. Keep an eye out for the levers. We already pulled that one. Like we've explored, I think, everything, but again, on a map it's kind of not super easy to know. We're getting more experience with dealing with those guys, which is helpful. So I'll try my darndest to kind of like find other areas that maybe we haven't explored fully. I know they're out there, and also for areas we've already been to, keep my eyes peeled. Or potential switcherinos, because I know. Oh, staring me in the face. Staring me in the goddamn face. Man, that might be just what the doctor ordered. One can only hope. Jump back up this way. This has a quick little shortcut back to the danger zone. Is it enough? No closed visibly, at least, but if I press this, hey, all right, now what fuckery awaits? I can tell you what fuckery. I need to cast that spell again. It's getting dark. Don't have a ton of mana left. I'm gonna switch to the torch in a little bit here. Big fellers. The tablet, right? We've heard about this tablet. We need it for dealing with the wraith up top. What if the guy that told us about the tablet was a part of this cult? That'd be very interesting if it was. Use the healing potion for obvious reasons. Obvious raisins. I think there's 2 of them. 3 of them. Got our twerk cut out for us. Is this where Krath lives? Well, that Krath is spelled with a C. But if he were listening in right now, he would be able to confirm or deny Except Krath, if you've watched his streams before, all of his emotes are very frog related, and he wears a very fun frog beanie. So if this were Krath's homeland, there'd have to be some manner of frogs. We see like plant fellers, but no frog fellers, unfortunately. Ring of regeneration. Oh, do tell me more. Slow health regeneration. Well, I'll grab it. I mean, regeneration in games like this rarely is like a lifesaver, but a nice convenience, no less. Definitely nice convenience. All right, so these are like the ascended plant boys. Bigger and probably with better reach. I'm sure deal more damage, probably cause more bleed buildup, that kind of deal. Be very funny if I could just like sneak in and like fuck with them. This is where they're thrown, I guess. If I could like fuck with them and then like dive back into an internal space like this, where they couldn't follow me because they're too big. Yeah, I'm talking about you, bright eyeball plant mans. Is this the tablet? Found the tablet. But should you just give it away is the question. Note number 4. Found the tablet. The secret's the power, the light. And it definitely won't drive me mad. And I love these flowers. They survived here, alone in the dark. I wonder what they'll do when I unleash my spells. Oh, so that's how the plants came alive and murderous. Juiced up by the forbidden photosynthesis. Out of curiosity. Okay, so there's no way to use it, probably. Yeah. I was wondering, like, could I use it? Nah, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Okay. We'll do... I mean, we have what we need. I don't have to kill these guys. Do I want to kill them, though? Ouch. Well, now it's personal. Okay, they can just pop in here. I'm bleeding. It's not very nice. It's not very cash money of you. Oh, I'm stunned. Ouch. Corrupted mourner. After a certain point, I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just powering through this. They hurt quite a lot. They drop a lot of money, which is great. They do hurt quite a lot. If I'm gonna be killing the rest of them, I'd have to change up my tactics quite a bit. Because that bleeding and stunification is not funsies. Am I still bleeding? I think our regeneration is actually powering through it, so I think we're probably okay. Bonus health vial, which is nice. Do I want to do the... I'll switch to the torch for a moment. Just because it's kind of dark in here. In case there's other fun things to find. Game does like to hide little trinkets, little baubles and morsels. You know, health potions and resources for crafting in very odd little places, in odd little corners. I do feel it's in my best interest to have decent visibility, but I have limited magic, and this is one of those games where your mana does not regenerate over time. At least not by default. Maybe there's like a ring we can find that would help that along. The ring I have right now, we have a couple, of course, and one of them has some health regeneration, but it's not much. I'll be really impressed if you can reach me from down there. Those are the standard mourners. They're nothing special. We've dealt with them enough times as it is. Light that torch because it's already dead and sad. And I don't think these guys have range attacks. If I were to try to fight another one, I would do it a little bit differently. For one thing, I would probably hit him with the... Let's see, are there any other fun spells I have? I can't use Toxic Blast. Spark is my best bet. If I'm to hit him with anything along those lines, I would go back to my cool, trusty-ass wooden shield. I would switch to that guy. We've regenerated a decent bit of health. So if I were to try to fight one, I would try to fight just one. I don't think this is the kind of game where, like, if you kill all the bad guys in the room, a special thing happens. I don't think this is quite that kind of game. I've seen other cool things happen, though, other cool secrets. That's all of my magic. Ouch. Yeah, 'cause their incredible reach is incredible. The bleeding was thankfully temporary. It's pretty spicy. That gave me some kind of bomb thing, which is cool. Yeah, I'll see if there's anything else around here. I don't think I need to fight all these guys. They're a little bit spicy. And the opposite of nicey. With that being said, I need to find some more blaze powder. Blaze it. Blaze it and powder it. I always appreciate that. The first consumable item we started the game with was moon powder. And, you know, I'm a Morrowind's junkie through and through. I hear moon powder. I think, oh, clearly they mean moon sugar. Imagine my disappointment when it did not, you know, get your guy zooted out of his mind, but instead just, you know, gave him dark element damage. Not nearly as fun. Oh, hello. Closer than I wanted you to be. Anything else around here? That I'm down to the dungeon. Down in the dungeon, just Hoople and me. Of course, that was where we got the goods. He just kind of wanders around. Ooh, is that a scythe? Dude, a badass looking scythe. I wonder if it's any good. Scythes in real life are apparently very unwieldy. I've heard they'd be a terrible weapon in real life. But oh god, I mean it's great damage, but I don't have the shit for it, man. I got the strength or nor the dex. But eventually, something to aspire towards. I'm glad I checked that. That was a good find, a lucky find even. What I could do, I want to go ahead and bring this motherfucker down just for funsies, for the sexual thrill, is I would say, give me one of these, and I would just fucking throw spells at him through and through. There we go. And it looks like you actually can get crits with spells. Just like how you can get crits or like timing bonuses with melee attacks, for that matter. So yeah, so that went well. And we have what we need. We've cleared this place pretty darn well. They're good if you're fighting wheat. Yeah, if you're fighting crops, a scythe is great. But for like zombies or skeletons or bandits, any of the usual kind of D&D thoroughfare, just RPG thoroughfare, would come up a little bit short. This is an odd and unwieldy weapon. Now, I remember playing the half-sword demo a couple years ago, and I loved that demo. It's so fun. And in that demo, the scythe is like crazy busted. It's so good. I don't know if that's still the same, if that's still the case, but yeah, it was very, very good in those days. Strength raised up to 50, and then if I really want to fuck with that intelligence thing, or that really cool spell sword, I would do intelligence. I kind of want to get dexterity going. Dexterity does have a health upgrade. That increases mana as well. I know force is the mana upgrade for sure. Now we would be able to wield that cool two-handed sword, which sounds cool as hell. So yeah, we need a lot of intelligence. A little bit, just, I think, 1 or 2 more points of dex, but a whole bunch of intelligence. Of course, for this guy, dex and strength. Good lord. Good lordy lord. All right, so let's go ahead and fast travel. We have a couple of things. We have the dark root stuff, the obsidian root for that one fella. I got the tablet for the other guy. We got all kinds of goods. Let's bring the obsidian root. Who wanted that obsidian root? I think it was the guy in the Nameless Village. What else? The Morning Forest, we got the goods there. Yeah, probably... That temple area sounds like pretty intense. That temple area sounds pretty intense. I might save that for later. Let's see if we can deal with this wraith situation first. What's up, bro? I got the goods for you, homie.
You have it.
I do have it.
I can feel it.
Good voice acting.
Give it to me.
Do I have a choice?
Yes.
No choice.
Yes, finally.
Have a good night, Meerkat. Appreciate hanging out with us, bud.
You fulfilled your part of the deal. Come back soon, and I'll prepare your reward.
Good voice acting with this guy. Some of the other voice acting has been kind of so-so, but this guy, he's into it. He says, come back later. Okay. Okay, how about now? Is it ready?
Oh, welcome. Welcome. You've come for your spell, yes? Yes?
Yes.
Here, I've written it on this scroll. Use it when the wraith appears, and you will weaken him. Then, it's up to you. As I promised, I can sell you new items. Take a look, but not too long. I must return to studying the tablets.
It's not gonna drive him nuts and have him, like, go into a psychotic rage or anything. What? Of course not, of course not.
Who? Ah, trading, sure.
Alright, so, can we talk more?
Maybe I should use a different kind. What? If you're done shopping...
Yeah, he's not much of a talker. Sometimes we get extra side quests.
Sure.
Sometimes we get the goods. The sun powder is the stuff that applies light damage to your weapons, which is cool, for sure.
Sure.
What about trade runes? He's got the flash spell, which is maybe the same thing as what I have. Int requirement 38. I definitely can't cast it. A lot of damage, though. Eventually, I mean, we'll eventually get a lot of intelligence. So he gave me... Oh, it was on a scroll, right. Key items? No. Materials? No. Consumables? Found dark bombs earlier, that's cool. Dark damage makes sense. Pack of arrows. That's the guy, yeah. Curse of the Prison Wall Spirit. So he said use the scroll when I'm in the vicinity of the guy. Right, okay, so I'd put that here. Elusive runes that shift when unobserved. We have a lot of stuff. In the ancient seal, we needed to find some, like, key or some way of breaking this seal. Not anything along those lines yet. Alright, cool. Well, we probably have what we need to, like, pursue where I suspect that wraith is. Not sure how hard of a fight it's gonna be. On second thought, maybe I should go ahead and travel back to the village. Turning that one quest item, and also maybe just go ahead and buy that two-handed sword because it looks delicious. It looks very tasty. We have the strength for it. I think we have the strength for it. Let's see, do you have anything? Oh shit, wrong button. Not wrong button, wrong button.
There's a man behind these doors who came here purely to study the history of Yarif. I don't know whether to admire his dedication or pity the foolishness that brought him to this cursed land. A few days ago, he headed to the temple on the hill. If you happen to be there...
Oh, yeah, that's probably that guy.
Look out for him.
Yeah, it's probably the same guy we're about to give the obsidian root to. The old man have anything?
Ah, another mask, and there is no way...
Yeah, I think you said the same thing last time, yep. Yeah, go north to the capital, yeah, same text as last time. Okay, cool. Consistent. So the snake fella needs the fancy schmancy metal ore that we don't have. You of course have the sword I've been lusting after. Big ass great sword. It's a great sword. Oh, it's 28 strength. All right, I'll go ahead and buy it. It's only 120. We're acquiring more money than I know what to do with. Crossbows. We could use the crossbow. We haven't found any bolts, but we do have arrows, but not very many, for that matter. So if I were to equip the longbow, how many arrows do I have out of curiosity? Would it be under consumables? The mouse scroll is yeah, there are a pack of arrows. It's 14 upon use. Essentially, I have 14 arrows, which is not much. What I do have, however, is... Alright, I can't use it yet. Greatsword. I'm 3 strengths short. Got 25 right now, but that'll be a pretty big jump. and it'll by many measures be the biggest damage dealer, almost the biggest damage dealer. The scythe is a higher damage dealer technically, but much greater leaps to be able to reach it, to be able to use it. Thing actually has less of a reach, but it has a better backstep and better thrusting. And nice dex scaling, but this one has better strength scaling overall. Yeah, so I don't know. I think that the greatsword probably is the better choice, generally speaking. And then this guy, he needs the seal broken. I will go ahead and put that guy up at the top. I'll go ahead and deliver the goods to him. Go ahead and give him the goods. I just don't know if I want to follow through on it just yet. I suspect the temple is like probably like a major area to explore as opposed to just being like a cool area. A cool thing to explore. I expect that's like probably the next major thing. Up the ladder. But he's still chilling, just where we left him. Pondering. Pontificating. Yeah, this thinking man.
Obsidian root? Yes, that's it. Not bad. Seems we can finally leave this village. Now, step back.
Cutscene time. I did it. Good job, dude. And then goes right back to sitting down.
As promised, the seal is broken. I will gather my things and head inside. Seems this is where we part ways. You did well. Don't hesitate to go on ahead. Yarev waits.
So that's how you get to the capital. All right, so sure enough, that's like the major area to explore for sure. What are those things? Anything else I can snag? And of course, this thing is so purple and vibrant, but it's just a special gravestone. I think that's all it is. Special. All right, so what I'm gonna do, there's more of that morning, almost called it morning wood. I mean, yes, it's morning forest, and it's morning spelled M-O-U-R-N-I-G, so like you're sad, you're mourning. Now listen, I've heard of, you know, I've heard of anger boners, like I've heard of some questionable boners. I've never heard of a mourning, you know, like morning wood. I've never heard of like a mourning kind of wood. That would be a new one. That would be a new one for sure. So in the central forest, I guess there's only the 3. I guess it's kind of like a measure of how far-reaching these areas are or aren't. But I think I would like to actually. You know what? Let's do the other one. Except, remember, there was that one really cool cavern entrance that caught my eye. I actually think I explored this area, so yeah, I think I'll explore around a little bit. Now we're able to dispense with these guys most efficiently. The bats are still going to be a problem, no question. Have I ever explored this area? Oh my. Was not expecting to see a big ass. Oh, the prison wraith. This is where the prison wraith is. I thought they'd be back that way. Okay, this is the prison then. Alright, well, I've got. Here, let me switch to this thing. Can't use it just yet. Am I ready, or do I want to like go back and get the cool weapon? The cool, fancy greatsword weapon. This is huge. Where's the guy gonna pop out? Or rather, when's he gonna pop out? Have to go into the prison? Ooh, maybe. Or do I want to wait on that? Let's try it. The gate we did just save. In case this is a terrible idea, I get murdered instantly. You can always go back. Pretty badass. Can I use it on him? Do I have to get like really close? Right. Oh yeah, I think I used it. Yeah, I think I used it. Good. bit of damage. What if I can like jump? Maybe if I jump when he's doing that attack. Yeah, that's just like a big explosion damage. But the other one, I'm burning. I can use those things. Like if I get far away, it still pops. Yeah, sure enough, you can just jump to avoid that one. I think I need to do more damage. I think I have a decent bit of healing. Stunned. Am I just dead? I think I'm just dead. Ooh. Oh shit, wrong button. I'm dead. Okay, yeah. I think, yeah, I need better damage. I need better DPS to deal with that guy. I'm glad we have the scroll that like weakens him out, which is great and all, but I can only do so much. Oh fuck, wrong button.
Who? Trading? Sure.
I'm assuming. Oh right, yeah, I still have the goods. Okay, yes, we're all set. Okay, cool. Also, it's fairly likely that if I were to buy some of that light powder, that would probably help us do a little bit more damage. I'll wait until we have like the fancy schmancy sword. Wait till we have that one, and in the meantime, I will continue to explore this area. Now we know that's where the prison is. Oh, I bet even that sign probably said it, didn't it? Prison wall, right. Whereas that little misty area we explored previously, that's up this way. The bateaus. Pump. I'll come back. I guess I could just chase you down. You guys are very annoying to deal with. Leads back to the prison wall as well. I'm surprised I didn't. Oh, because the bridge is out. There are some arrows. I was gonna say I don't think I've been here before. Oh, those are bolts. I guess once you beat that guy, the bridge probably gets rebuilt or something. I mean, that just seems like. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh god! That bat just knocked my ass off. Good fucking lord. Good golly, Miss Molly. That was. I was about to say not on my bingo card, but I should know better than to not expect these things. Of course that would fucking happen. I was like, I can just ignore the bats. It's fine. I'm not gonna come out of nowhere and just fucking knock my ass off the edge like an idiot. Fool. A foolish fool. Fucking knocked my ass right the heck off. And it wasn't even like... It's weird because it was... I'm pretty sure this one. And I assume what happens when you bat them away, haha, is that they just chill and they wait for you to get close again. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just on their own will begin to attack you just without warning. Yeah, here he's coming back. He's coming back. So yeah, I just assumed they would wait for you, not that they would like seek you out again. So you get the different flavors of annoying. They're annoying because they run away, but then they're annoying because they come back. The goddamn worst, man. The goddamn worst. Anyways, before we were so rudely interrupted, I'm curious what lays beyond this misty area. Well, those guys become a lot easier. Yeah, see now I'm more inclined to dispatch you guys quickly. As a very dedicated action, especially if I can get that second hit. Satisfying burst noise that happens when they die. Yeah, this whole time I thought this was what led to the big spooky guy. Safe point back that way. This is the central forest area. Is this what led us? Yeah, that's what led us to the ruins. Oh shit. Ouch. Oh my god, bats on bats on bats. were doing more damage to me than most other things in this forest. He's out. Not a moment too soon, he's out as well. Good. Thank goodness. No more of that bullshit. I think we learned this area dead ends out this way. And this area dead ends. We explored the hell out of these the ruins of Kuroth right there. And where does this lead? I think this is the central area, which probably leads to like the next major travel zone, like exterior travel zone at least. Boom. Just keep wailing on him. Up your 8 gold you dropped. Thank you very much. Got the save point there. Do I have a level? I do not have a level. Just a random save. Well, I mean, might as well. Might as well save while we're in this neck of the woods. In the neighborhood. There we go. Yeah, I don't think we've explored beyond that way. I think what probably happened is I forgot where they said the Wraith was going to be, and I assumed it was in this area. Because this looks like a place a Wraith would hang out. It just made the most sense to me. Oh wow, the 2-shot. That's nice to see. 2 well-placed hits can be all it takes. I'll attack you instead. As long as I'm attacking something. I'm not going to waste. A vial of Magicka, that's nice. Nope. And one more. There we go. Rock jutting out like that. It's a little bit ominous. Yeah, that's what it was. I saw that glowing tablet in the distance. I said, "Oh, that's some spooky ghost shit right there." I was wrong. I was full of shit, but I just assumed the worst. But instead, there's a fella. How's it going, fella? Oh, I recognize you. You're from the intro.
It's you. Looks like fate's got a sense of humor.
Just chilling.
See that large grave? Belongs to Ovarius.
Ah, yes.
Warden of the prison wall.
We've heard all about Mr. Ovarius.
Even dead, that bastard keeps watch. Anyone who dares enter gets his ghost for company. Rips him apart. The real problem? Nothing hurts him. Not weapons, not magic. He's untouchable.
We learned the secret.
I tried my luck against him. Thought I could take him on. That's how I lost my arm.
That's why he's got just the one.
Not far from here in a small camp, I met someone who claimed to know a way to defeat the ghost. Said something about a tablet in the nearby ruins.
We already got it.
But he's a lunatic.
He's not wrong.
Some barbarian took the ghost down a few years ago. Funny though, Ovarius is still here, tearing folks apart. Whatever the truth is, you're better off staying away.
Alright, now if I talk to him again...
How do I put you down, spirit? Looks like the tombstone's not gonna answer me, huh? See that sword? It's stuck in the ground by some strange magic.
Strange magic? Ooh, so if I kill the guy, that will be potentially my reward. Some kind of magic. That's pretty cool. Ooh, and behind here is a little something. Stability. Whoop right now, staying ability. So what do we got? Increases thrusting distance. All I can guess with the whole thing about thrust is... Well, no, it's not the same as like standard reach. I'll say this much. Agility, that's backstep distance, which is good. Keep that one. Brawler, that's maximum health, which is also good. Regeneration is good. The thief one is less exciting. I guess I have to switch it out. Ability, bam. Yeah, maybe the manual says something about thrust. Story, masks, the different classes. So combat, so blocking, dodging. With lighter weapons, you can dodge backwards, right? Perform a strike, critical hit, right? I know about that. Critical hit does a little more damage. but no mention of what thrust is in the context of that stat. Better movement. Yeah, all the different stats for your guy. Characters you meet, yeah. Unclear, it's unclear. I think it's separate from reach. Like your weapon's reach. This is like a thing I can click or like hold out or like anything that tells me. Whatever thrust is, our longsword isn't very good at it. Our fists are pretty good at it, oddly enough. Spellblade sword is not good either. Hand axe is kind of okay. Greatsword's pretty good. Scythe is real good. Yeah, maybe it's pushing them backwards. You know what? That would make more sense. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like knockback. They want to just call it knockback. Well, you know, some games use different terminology. That's the best I can assume. Is that it analogous to knockback in this game? Best I can figure. All right, so the Blade Warden guy is the main kahuna here. There's still the temple area. There was another spot that caught my eye. Here, let's put the weapon away so I can run a little bit faster. There's another thing that caught my eye back in the kind of like the main area, like the main area we came from. Like this way. In a couple like fast travels, or not fast travel zones, but travel zones that have caught my eye. Oh right, there was also that fire cave area. There was like another area in there to explore. Actually, I think that's how we got here. Probably just... Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Here we go. Ouch. First time those guys actually hit me. Got a level, which means that'll probably... Oh, I think we have 20... I have 25. Okay, so that'll be exactly enough to get that cool longsword. Or the greatsword, rather. Right, it was up there. Oop. And it was funny because earlier I was saying, like, I never take damage from these guys, and now I'm bumping into them left and right. Plenty of damage. It was up here. Now, this is going to be a little scary. I don't know how broken of a bridge this is or what, but I'm a little concerned this might lead to just something unknown. I saw this when I saw this area, I was like, well, I can drop down. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh jeez. I think where it was. I saw it from up here for sure. Back this way. I think it was back this way. I saw the rocks, and I was like, oh, there's an area down there to explore, and it's like stuff. I think this might be the answer. The answer might be like just jump down this way. There we go. So that's how you survive the fall. And if I need to get back up, I could just climb back up. All right, so it's not a broken bridge. I'm full of shit. I thought maybe this was something spooky. Let me see if I can just go around the normal way. Without having to leap over the lava. It's very bright. Hurts the eyeballs a little bit. Scalds the retinas. We're fighting red fellers, and now we're seeing yeller fellers. What are the yeller fellers? Anything's gonna pop out of here. Or a big red crystal fella. Got a path down there. We don't have to be kid-linked to crouch down there. We can just crouch normally. But I'm gonna explore down here first. And also get a thing for leveling up our weapons. Something big gonna jump out of me out of nowhere. Oh, wow. Giant crystal mite. He's pretty mighty, alright. Where are you going? Where are you going? Bro. Bro, my guy. Ouch. The way my guy goes, ooh. I'm trying to think of what game that reminds me of. There's oh god. My stun, my block was locked. Lock blocked. Cool. I don't know what game I'm thinking it is, but there's a game where like that. Oh, it's Minecraft. It's the Minecraft taking damage noise. I think if you damage them in just the right way, it'll like, yeah, it'll turn them around or at least halt their momentum. So that's the way you do it. That's the way you fucking do it. Give me another revstone, a full proper revstone this time. Well, that was a nice get. I don't know if it was required necessarily. It's also kind of dork in here because I don't know if there's more of those things. I'm gonna go and use the light spell, and it does not help. The light spell doesn't help as much as I wish that it would. The mask shard, that's nice. And more revstone shenanigans. Okay, well, now it's a little bit lighter. A little bit lighter. All right, so that's probably like a mini boss. He had a very large health bar, large and in charge, and he was a little bit scary, but yeah, we got there. We're now using more health potions than we're finding, than the ones that we're finding at least. But we are we still got 10 of them, which is pretty good. Another ring? Is another ring. It's the right fist. I always love to fist rightly, correctly even. Increases damage dealt with fists. So if we were doing the barbarian or monk build, I guess that's great. Oh, I thought this was a dark. I thought it was like an endless pit. Oh, well, that was cool. That was cool, and it gave us some nice fun things, some fun toys to play with, and it gave us enough experience to level now. Let's see. Go around this way. Yeah, we can now level, which would give us the strength required to use the big fancy sword. And I bet if I use the big fancy sword, maybe take it back to the main base so I can get it leveled up. I probably should have done that from the get-go. But yeah, get it leveled up, then we'll be in real good shape. If I follow this actually might just take me back to starting area, or to the town area. Even though I'm using health potions quicker than I'm finding them, we're definitely finding gold faster than I have any major reason to use it. Yeah. Let's see. That's the way towards progress. This is where we came from. Can't just push them in the lava. Of course, they're probably immune to the lava. Oh. That's where we came from? No. Well, kind of. Oh, hello. This is not where we came from. This will ultimately lead back to the cool place. I know better than to leave this guy. We'll be shitters. This one here? I think it was this one here. This should be a travel spot. Who else got a fun fact for us? I love a good fun fact. Bats explode into piss in real life as well, is what you're gonna tell me? I have zero reason to doubt you, my friend. Temple. Valley. I thought there was still another area that we saw on a sign somewhere that I've yet to see. Could be mistaken. Could be mistaken. But am I piss-staken? Let's go ahead and level up. Strength all the way up. Yes, please confirm it. And now we get this badass greatsword. It's a great sword, all right. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that be set 2. And then set 1, or I guess right vice versa. I'll set set 2 as being wooden sword and longsword +1. Oh, sorry, that's okay, fine, yeah. As long as one of them is greatsword and the other one, yeah. That way I can switch off on the fly. Oddly enough. Sword, or the shield. There we go, there we go. That way I can switch them off on the fly. A real slow weapon, but I know it's going to be a bastard and a half as far as damage goes. Boobah says, listen, it's what I saw. I seen it with my own eyeballs. I'm with you. I saw it too. And I level this guy up. Big damage. Takes 6 tiny revstones. And no, I'm sorry. It takes 1 tiny revstone and 50 gold. Make it so. And a +2. Big damage. +3. I think that's all the tiny revstones we have. Bam. Then a regular revstone. Ooh, that's a bit of a tall order. Fuck it. Got an achievement for getting a guy up to +5. I'm sorry, +4. To get it to +5, we would need another revstone. A big honkin' ass weapon with big honkin' ass damage. Look at that damage. 315. Good lordy lord. Biggest by quite a margin. Now, of course, to get that damage, it's got to be fully charged. It's going to be a slow bastard of a weapon. An enjoyable bastard weapon. Look at that reach. Look at that range. My god. That kind of reach, I could just die. And by I mean the bad guys. And the plan is to make them just die. Alright, well now we got incredible damage. We got the dips out of my dip holes. Got the DPS out of the dip holes. So I'm going to travel back to the forest. We're gonna challenge the big fella. Challenge the big fella and make him regret the day he chose to become a wraith, an evil, vengeful wraith spirit that kills everybody he sees. Whether it was a choice or not remains to be seen, but regardless, that's not my problem. I want to go ahead and buy some of that sun powder stuff. Why the hell not? I'll coat some of that on my weapon, so we'll make sure to use this thing, and then afterwards, which one is the sun? Oh, I guess I have to say, oh, I have to put on my belt. That's fine. Sun powder, we'll say put that instead of the throwing knives. Bam. Do I one-shot those guys? I sure do. The weepy. But we're making them weep. Read them and weep. You notice we move pretty slow with this damn thing. I am ready. I am ready. So we'll use the fancy thing first, and then I'll go pop, 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 and use that guy on our current weapon. That'll probably be enough. That'll probably be enough to fuck him up. Get the coolest cutscene again. Do I get to skip it? Yes. Go unsheath. Then I forgot to actually switch. That one has been used. Ouch. That one as well. All right, we are ready. Real good. He's real sad about it. Oh, I'm fucking him up real good. Oh my god. Now he's missing me with everything so far. Wow, that was a pushover. Good lord. The sun thing was probably overkill. But an absolute pushover, relatively. Now, it's going to be very funny if that sword is a billion times better and I spent all my resources leveling this thing up. I'm gonna feel real silly. Got an achievement for taking out the big man on campus. Now, do I get to actually go into the prison? The prison wall? I mean, it looks pretty empty. Oh, it's the guy.
Impressive, truly. When I saw you hurt him, I tried to catch up and fight by your side, but that damn wall of fire kept me out every time.
I'm sure you really wanted to help.
I don't know who you were on the other side. Take this. Consider it a token of my gratitude for getting rid of the one who took my arm.
It is life extract. Pray tell, what is life extract? Not a material. Not a key item. It's got to be a consumable. Permanently expands the wellspring of vitality. Increases maximum health. Cool. That there, and I'll go and use it. Nice and just kind of have that hanging around for just such an occasion. Is that this thing? Health up. Sure it is. An achievement for... Oh, now I'm in the prison. Ooh, so you get to go into the actual prison itself and explorify. As the temple is probably the next major area. But before I do that, Todd is exactly right. I want to go back for that cool-ass mysterious sword. The weird, spooky, ghosty sword. So mysterious. I'm hoping I didn't screw myself by, like, juicing up this sword so much. And, like, what if we're about to find, like, an incredible sword that's way better? I'll feel really silly. Now, the good news is that if it is something incredible... Oh, wrong button. If it is something incredible, it's probably something that I wouldn't be able to use anytime soon. Yeah, if it's, like, some weapon where it's like, oh my god, this thing is, like, amazing and better than anything I've ever seen... It would probably take me a while to get the strength and dexterity and other requirements necessary for it, like with this, like the case with the spell sword. Gotta be like a full charge shot to one-shot those fellers. Doesn't have to be like a perfectly timed crit shot, just a full proper shot for sure. Back this way. Fast. Fast movement is something I keep forgetting about. It is nice. It is a nice to have. It is also satisfying dropping these fuckers with a single bound. A single confident bound. Oh, he still got an attack off even though he died. That's kind of funny. One thing I'm curious about, you know, every time you rest, you do... it does cause all the barrels to replenish their contents, and the barrels sometimes have money, sometimes have potions. I wonder if there's a chance they could sometimes also have those level up stones, those reforging stones. This is the Gale Crusher. Learn about the Archguard of the prison walls. So this cool new weapon. Cool new weapon, Gale Crusher. Takes a dick ton of dexterity. It would have for sure been less damage than the weapon we have right now. The one we're wielding right now. I'm looking to see if it's... Yeah, it says main hand. Okay, so that's a one-hander. Oh, shit. That's a one-hander, yeah. And it's a very good one-hander. Certainly better than the longsword. Also, it has some kind of wind element attributed to it, which is cool. Just innately, which is pretty neat. Fire and wind magic, but this contains wind specifically. Flames might be hidden deeper, so this might be worth like fucking with eventually. And the idea of having like a really reliable one-handed weapon and a badass two-hander makes plenty of sense to me. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it doesn't replace anything, and I think we learned it is dexterity is what it needs. I think. Yeah, big dexterity, big dex energy. We need lots of dexterity for that one. We need lots of intelligence and a little bit more dexterity for the spell sword, which is also one-handed. Actually, that does even more damage. And then potentially, if we feel so inclined, a little bit more strength and more dexterity for the scythe, which of course would be... That is a two-hander. I'd be curious to try that one out. I don't know if it'd be better than what we have. It does have bleed, which is pretty cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. In the meantime, though, let's see. So what I would probably do for the next, like, main thing to do, we know that the temple is, like, the next big thing. But I probably would say the prison is the thing that interests me the most. So what I would say is we're going to head back to that merchant and save by the merchant. The sun powder fella. It is getting pretty late, and like Ogasso says, he's going to bed. Yeah, I don't blame you, Ogasso. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Thank you again for chilling with us, buddy. And I'm not long behind. I think we're going to wrap up pretty soon here. This was a lot of fun. I had a sneaking suspicion I was going to really like this game, and my suspicions proved correct. It's a good game. It's a very good game. It's going to sound kind of strange. It's a little bit refreshing that this is not a roguelike. I play a lot of roguelikes. It's one of my favorite genres. But it's kind of fun to have a pure, just by the numbers, by the books, dungeon crawler game. A real dungeon crawler kind of experience. Let's do all dexterity. Fuck it, all dexterity. Oh, I got 2 levels. We'll say probably some intelligence too. Some intelligence as well. Some more mana would definitely be helpful. It's a slow mana increase, but it's still something. No, just by the books dungeon crawler. You know, roguelikes, of course, there's procedural generation, there's a luck element, there's an unpredictableness elements to it. You're not expected to beat it the first try in the first run, and in fact, if there's meta progression with roguelites, that kind of thing, you're even it's usually stacked against you to be able to beat it first try. Yeah, game save, thankfully. So yeah, that's kind of how that goes. You know, when it's a roguelike, there's extra kind of rules and like a kind of a gameplay loop on top of the usual dungeon crawling exploration kind of thing like we're seeing here. But yeah, this is awesome. I really like this a lot. Glad we got to try this out. Thank you to PR Hound. Shout outs to Derek over at PR Hound. Hooked us up with a review key for this incredible game. And I definitely would like to continue it. Probably not in the immediate future. But yeah, first I would say soon. I'd like to come back to it and continue this. I don't know how long the game is. Probably not crazy long. I mean, I think there's probably only the one town. Basically, look at my hair's doing all kinds of funny stuff. Probably the one town that was in the manual. So, I imagine that, yeah, once you get to the capital and you kind of get into like the main area that we're going to be nudged towards, I'm guessing we'll like see what the final boss is. Like there's probably more where that came from. Like we'll probably like, that'll probably be like the next like major stepping stone. Get through the temple, get to the capital, see what awaits us there.